Ka 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 kani. Ka 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 kani. Ka 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 kani. Kani. Hello. Har 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 har. Har 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 har. Hello. Ka 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 kani. Oh my gosh, I miss you. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? How was your week? I've disappeared for a little bit. I apologize. Hello. Hello, guys. I'm dealing with some health issues as usual. When am I not? When am I not, chat? When am I not dealing with health issues? That's the question. Hello, guys. Hello. Ow. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Hello. Oh, and let me double check something before we get started. Wah, hold on. Okay, it's working. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Awesome. Okay. Hello, guys. Okay, tomorrow is the last day for birthday merch, so make sure you guys get your Shiina Fumo. Hello, guys. Hold on. Freak. I'm kind of out of it. Hold on. Hold on. What the hecky? Okay, hold on. All right, let me see. Where's the did I freaking delete this? Hold on. Did I delete this? I didn't. Right? Okay, this is the one. All right. Ha! Alright, here's your regularly scheduled ad. Make sure that this is the last 2 days to get your Shiina Fumo and your Shiina birthday merch and your Shiina t-shirt. So make sure you are on that, because once it's gone, and I don't know how long it's gonna be gone for. It could be forever. It could come back. Who knows? It's on sock in his brain. I don't really know. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got your stuff today. Awesome! You already got yours? Wait, that's fast. How? Wait, they already made the Shiumo? Did they? I didn't even see it in real life yet. I've never got a picture of the dang thing. Does it exist? No? It can't be that fast. Sakura's never been that fast. Oh, you ordered it. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. That's insane. I was recording all morning, so I apologize if I seem a little out of it. I literally was recording all morning, so I apologize if I seem a little off. Anyways, give me 1 second. I have to log into all my stuff because I cleared my cookies. Hold on. How are the recordings? It was tough. You'll see what it is soon. Guys. But I apologize. I was dealing with really bad physical and mental health. I went to see the doctor. I guess we could talk about it more. As we let's go to the next screen, shall we? Hold on. What? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put on some music for me. Hold on. It's okay. What's new? What's new with me? There's anything new. Hold on. It's never anything new. It's just the same old struggles as we always have, you know. Okay, I like this one. Alright, let me turn that down. Okay. I think this is good. Alright, let's get started. Hello, everyone! How long has it been? It has been... want to say like a week, a little less than a week, like 6 days. I apologize. Hello. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, Bingo Bango. Thank you for 4 months. Thank you for the 11 months, Christian Joaquin. Thank you for $2 Shuba, Matt Larson. Hi, Shiina in chat. Hello! Hello, Azar for the Shuba. The Shadow Realm spat her back out. It did! It did, I'm here. Thank you for 31 months, Danny. Thank you, Win, for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Am I well? Am I well? That's the question. That's the question. I've been seeing doctors. I've been mentally... It's not just physical. But I've been sort of mentally going through it, so I just decided to... And my voice, I need to rest my voice. There's just a lot of things breaking all at once, and I was like, you know what? I need to chill. I need to chill. I seem energetic. It's because all I've been doing is sleeping and going to the doctor. I haven't really done anything else last week. So what happened? I don't know if it's TMI, but basically, I've been bleeding. I've been bleeding nonstop. Woman reasons. Because of my medication. Yeah, I've been bleeding, and so I not the normal period. Okay, not the normal blood moon, but a non-ending one. So I've been losing a lot of blood, and I've been very, very weak. Yeah, I've been very, very weak. I've been losing a lot of blood. Not only that, I had to get my blood drawn like twice. So I have no blood. Hey, you guys remember what the Mexico alien looks like? Do you guys remember the Mexico alien? The Mexico alien, that's how I feel. It's how I've been feeling lately. So, yeah, I've just been kind of frail, and I feel like I've just been dried up like a beef jerky. Dehydrated. Yeah, tired, shriveled. Yeah. Yeah, and I just haven't been well. So I had to eat. I had to try to eat food and just rest. And recover my... And then because of that, mental state hasn't been so solid. It hasn't been that great. So yeah, I decided it was just better to take a couple days off until I felt not like a piece of paper. Yeah, a piece of crumpled trash the side of the street. Yeah, yeah, so I've just been really anemic, very tired. Mentally, I was just going through it. You know, do you get any answers? I did 2 blood tests. We're waiting for the results. They never find anything. They never find anything. Of course, the doctor was just like, oh, you should eat more. And I'm like, okay, thanks. You know, the usual runaround, you know. So there's that. There's that. Yeah. So I've just been tired trying to eat more and stuff. I can't come off the meds because it helps the other stuff. But yeah, it's just been kind of crazy. Yeah. We could have said that for free. Exactly. I'm like, wow, it's just like chat. It's just like consulting my chat, man. It's just like consulting my chat. Hey chat, what's wrong with me? You need to eat more. Okay. I could have asked chat if I wanted to get those answers, but you know, it's fine, whatever. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the tests say. Yeah. Spending channel points and leaving comments so that Twitch doesn't think I'm synthetic. I'm not caught up with all the streamer news. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what's going on. I've been unplugged. I've been watching beekeeping videos for the past like week that I've been in bed recovering. I was gonna come back earlier, but then I was destroyed again by my brain, my worms. My brain worms. Cause I don't know if you guys saw the thread on Twitter where this girl got absolutely destroyed for typing the way that I type by like tens of thousands of people on the internet, and I felt mortal fear in my heart. So the last 3 days, I've just been feeling mortal fear in my heart. I'm like, oh dang, is this what people think of me? Yeah, the British one. The British girl. she was like, she visited the US and did this like thread about what she saw at Costco and stuff, and people were just like shitting on her for the way that she typed, you know, overly proper, stilted speech, and they were making fun of her. You're like, you type like subtitles on an anime, like, you know, in proper English, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I type like that, I talk like that. Is that what people think of me? How do I fix it? And I had an autistic crash out for 3 days, and I was too embarrassed to go out in public. Seriously, legitimately agoraphobic, because I realized I'm in a new world. I don't quite understand. I think I'm getting more. I think I'm getting more schizo as we go. I don't think I'm getting better. I don't think I'm getting better, chat. I think it's getting worse by the day. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been afraid. I've been like, oh, should I keep doing content creation? Because wow, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm paranoid now. I'm terrified. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't know what to say, right? Sad B. I don't know what to say. Sad B's right here. Hold on. Let me put him on here so you guys know he's here for the show. I feel like if you guys don't see Sad B, you're like, what's wrong, Shiina? Where's Sad B? Where's Sad B? Where is Sad B? He's right here. Oh, there it is. Alright, little baby. Alright, you can sit right here. There we go. We're talking about you today. We're talking about you today, little guy. Where's Lobber? Lobber's in the hive right now. I don't have his PNG out right now. Yeah, he's looking extra sad. He looks that sad every single day. Yeah. But yeah, I think we need to get you some deworming pills for the upstairs jello. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of being in public. I'm terrified of talking to you guys right now. I'm literally just shaking in my boots. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrified of the internet. Yeah. I'm trying to fight with a feeling that I don't want to be here. not like it's not that I don't want to be here with you guys. It's the fear of being seen by people that are not meant to see my content. I guess it's terrifying. It's terrifying. Yeah, just fear. Just fear. I don't wanna be seen for a bit. I don't know what it is. I haven't really been able to go outside really either. I'm just realizing I don't know the world. I don't know the world. I don't know what it is outside. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't want to be perceived. Exactly. I'm just very paranoid. Yeah. Did you get spooked? Yeah, of course I got spooked. A Vermilius sentient sunflower. Are you Vermilius toilet? Is that you? Did you change it? Did you change yourself to sunflower? Thank you so much. Oh, it's you. Okay. I'm like, is it just a bunch of people? Is it a meme or is it the same guy? Yeah. I don't want to be perceived because yeah. It's the same guy. Okay, awesome. Just checking. It is. Dizzy kept refusing to read his name. Fair. This is gonna get clipped and blow up, so hello, Phase Weekly. Yeah, what's gonna get clipped? Me being extremely agoraphobic and sick? Yeah. Thank you so much for the show, Matt Larson. I've said it before, but don't let the internet draw and quarter you. Big hugs from us cookies. That's the thing. I don't really have as much control over that as I should, you know. I mean, nobody has control over that, really. You know? Nobody has control over that. So I can't really control if they decide that one day my typing is annoying and they'll draw and quarter me. And yeah. One day I'm expecting somebody to send me a box of bees and wasps or something, and I'm just going to well, I guess I'll beekeep or something. Did you guys know you can actually send a box of live bees through the mail? Do you guys know that's a legal thing to do? I found that out in my isolation. Yeah. Fun fact, I did not know that, but apparently, you can literally send a box of live bees to somebody. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Terrifying but informative. Yeah, my buddy's a mailman. I did know that. You know, in my case, if you send me a box of live bees, first of all, I would hope that they are the calm Italian type. Because apparently Italian bees are the calmest and best in temperament. Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's beesism. I don't know, but like beekeeping is like mostly eugenics. I did not know that. But apparently beekeeping is eugenics. It's breeding for the best traits. Truly. Yes. Yeah. Because bees have different traits. Some hives, each hive has a different personality. Yeah. Oh, so somebody in chat knows about the African bees. Somebody said, what if they send you African bees? I know this sounds racist. But African bees are known to be extremely aggressive. And, they're very mean. They're very spicy. Yeah. Yeah, they will kill you. So, yeah. So, I know it sounds racist, but it's not meant to be that way. So once I talk about these African bees and talk about how they've been Africanized, it's literally because the breeds of bees from Africa, they have upsides and downsides, okay? First of all, apparently, not all bees are made equal. Because... Hello, Meemaw! Thank you for the raid! Because... some bees are very nice. They're not, like, really reactive to you being around them. But they will... And they're easy to work with, like the Italian bees. But they don't produce as much honey. They still produce a lot of honey. But they don't produce as much as the evil, spicy, Africanized bees. Those bees will kill you, but they also outproduce the European bees by like 5-fold or something ridiculous like that. Yeah. So there's give and take. You can work with the spiciest bees, muy picante bees, and they will produce you a bunch of honey. Or you can have an easier time, produce less honey, but have more docile bees. Hello, Meemaw! Thank you for the double raid! I appreciate it. Yeah, it is not recommended to keep Africanized bees because they kind of kill people. In Africa, you might be wondering, how do they keep these bees in Africa? Right? How do they keep these bees in Africa? Apparently, from what I learned in my week in solitude, in my autism cave, is is that they will work on the bees specifically at night when the bees are sleeping, because when the bees are sleeping they can't kill you, or they're more calm. Apparently that's how people in Africa keep their bees. You just gotta go at night when they're sleeping so they don't freaking kill you. Apparently. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Yeah. Africa's a harsh continent. I don't blame the bees for being super scary. Yeah. The problem is they're starting to spread because they kind of outcompete a lot of the bees, the European bees, so they're kind of spreading. So if you go to the southern United States, the bees are more evil than the ones if you were to go more north of the United States, because the Africanized bees cannot tolerate the lower temperatures of the northern US and North America, northern parts of North America, and the US. But if you go, let's say, Southern California, where it's spicy, right? Yeah. You get the Africanized bees. They're kind of meaner in the hotter weather. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently there's like all this like bee genetic stuff, like breeding, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start, how to put together. I should have put together a PowerPoint, but like I was really busy. I had to do recordings and rest my voice, and yeah. Thank you so much for the show, Bump Potato Radio. Discount Dan's Bee Revenge Basket TM. Wait, what's that? Oh, Discount Dan's Bee Revenge Basket. What if the tin was filled with bees? Yeah. Yeah. So hotter bees are mad and get their aggression out by making honey. I don't know what it is. I think they're just like faster to react. And apparently, beekeepers say that bees are smart enough to recognize your face. They can recognize your face, and if they want to attack, they somehow go for the face. They recognize you too. They don't forget. If you get chased by a hive and you show up tomorrow, they will remember you. Yeah. Yeah. They have facial recognition of sorts. Yeah. They're smart. They're very smart. Yeah. What else did I learn? Yeah. My current hyperfixation, I'm a few months ahead of you. Has Shiina found vids about those Layens beehives yet? No, I haven't. I haven't. I don't know. I've known about the Flow Hives for years. Yeah. I ran into somebody I was deployed with 10 years ago, and the other day he said he started beekeeping. Conversation led to me getting the 3D print stuff for their hives. That's the thing, I have a 3D printer, but I don't have a yard. I don't have, like, I have a sad excuse of a back patio, and then that's it. I can never keep bees. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm technically a beekeeper, but my bees don't produce anything but ooh, and love. That's all they produce. They don't really make anything. Yeah. They my bees don't really produce anything. Yeah. They're not very productive. Yes, they produce hugs and sadness and tears. Yeah. Technically, yeah, I guess I'm a beekeeper. I can call myself that. Yeah. They make love. They make... That sounds wrong. That sounds bad. Wait. Hold up. That's not what it is, Mommy. Okay, also, talking about segs. Bees are, you know how people talk about the male loneliness epidemic and how it is bad for humans? So for bees, so for bees, it's like so over. It's so over. I thought, most bees will mate because it makes sense with the sheer number of them. It's not like that. Most bees die. Most male bees die a virgin. They don't mate with the queen. I always thought that the male bees in the hive mate with the queen throughout their lives. Right? That's not how it works, chat. That's not how it fucking works. Okay, let me explain. So, a hive, right? A hive has one queen. It doesn't mean that there's gonna be one queen forever. But there's always, typically, for standard size hive, there's one queen, right? And let's say she's a virgin queen. So she just came out of her queen cell, alright? Because the last queen died or something. She's unmated. So what does she do? On a hot, warm day, she'll fly out of the hive and hopefully mate one time with one singular male bee from another, wherever the F, another hive out there. You can't control the factor, okay? Right? So she mates once with one male out from another hive that you can't control. All right. So she mates, and that's the only time she'll mate. So the male will smash the queen and then blow his load, and that load is so strong, it's his entire life and everything he has. So he dies. He dies. He explodes so hard, he literally dies. All right. And the queen, no, I'm not even joking. That's okay. One male, one lucky male. All right. The final nut, his only and final nut. All right. So she takes his sperm, and that's all the sperm she will have in her lifetime from that one encounter. And so she'll go back to her hive, now mated, and now is able to lay eggs and produce more worker bees and such for the hive. And some of those bees, or a lot of them, are drones. And there's just a bunch of male bees. What do male bees do? Nothing. There's thousands and thousands of them, but only one lucky male, one true king will find himself a virgin queen from another hive who just happens to be flying. Most of them will die virgins. They'll just, you know what they do? They sit around in flowers and hang out until they sense a female. That's what they do their entire lives. They just hang out in flowers. Yeah, they just hang out. The drones just freaking hang out. They just hang out on the flowers. They're just chilling until it's time. Yeah. So, let's say a classic hive has like what? 10,000, like imagine, in a wad, in 5 pounds of bees, only one male might get the chance to mate with a queen from another hive. Those chances are... I didn't even know it was so difficult. I didn't know it was like that. It's wild, right? And then they can't even... Okay, so what they do is they sit around, eat honey, keep themselves alive, hang out until like the colder weather comes, and then the girl bees will kick them out of the hive come like colder weather around fall. They're all gonna be left to die outside of the hive. They're not allowed back in because they take up resources for the winter. So if you guys ever wonder why Sad Bee is sad, it's because he's a bee. Yeah. It's because he's a bee. Right, little bee? Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. Cute little bee. Yeah. Ooh, 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 little bee. Ooh. Life of a male bee sucks. Yeah. Certain death awaits a male bee. Unless you're Sad Bee. If you're Sad Bee, then I'll take care of him forever. Right, little bee? I'll take care of you forever. Yeah. Let's type F for our fellow Sad Bee. Yeah. The queen is mid. I don't want her anyways. The queen is mid. So yeah. So that's what I learned in my in my 2 weeks about bees. Yeah. The same, bro, same. So if he's happy, you won't love him anymore? No, I love him. I kissed him, now there's a dent on his forehead. Anyways. Yeah. Do the bees know that they only nut once? I don't know if they know. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, poor bee. Lobber bee is happy. Yeah, he's the only spicy bee in my hive. He's very spicy. He's definitely been Africanized. All he wants is death. So Yeah, Lava Bee is the only one who's Africanized. He was made for war and only war. Yeah, He's pure hatred in a little cute... He craves blood, very territorial. But you need one to defend the hive. Yeah. Lobber has a criminal record. There can't be a criminal record. If he's a criminal, if there's no record? If nobody saw him do it, did he really do it? If nobody catches him? Thank you so much, Woodrum, for the show, but a lot of insects follow mostly the same pattern. Particularly ants, tons of males whose only purpose is to nut and die. And that's if they're super lucky. Yeah! Thank you so much for the shoe block, Ken. And that one lucky male bee stole my girlfriend. I don't know if that works. You can't steal a girlfriend. You can't even have a girlfriend as a bee. Because if you do, you're dead. You're dead. You're freaking dead. Also, if you hear me chewing, I'm eating a protein bar. I'm trying to keep my intake up. But yeah. Thank you for the show, but are you sure Sadbee's not just sad because he doesn't have any game? Oh, that too. He has enough game to be a cute little pet. A cute little baby for me, you know? Thank you so much for the show, but Gallus domesticates plant native species to help endangered native bees. My favorite native bee species is the sweat bee. Guess why it's called that? Did they sweat? Look, I probably cannot keep bees in my neighborhood. But I'm thinking of starting a garden so I can watch the bees do their little thing. I don't know. I haven't really ever tried to tend to an actual garden, but I'm thinking of putting one on my back patio so that I can at least help them out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'd be nice to watch them. Yeah. Bees drink sweat, do they? Little bee, is that what you've been doing? What the HOA doesn't know can't hurt. Yeah. I like bumblebees, they're cute. Bumblebees are cute, but did you guys know they don't really produce that much honey. They just produce enough for themselves. Yeah. Butterflies drink blood. Ew! Every time I tried to do that, all I ever got was wasps. I got a bunch of wasps, one time on one of my old balconies at my last apartment. I killed it with fire and bug spray. With a lighter and bug spray. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, understandable. I feel bad, but also I don't. They were yellow jackets, assholes, you know. Yeah, the pride in my face. Fear not the Xenos wasp. Yeah, a wasp built a nest in my electrical box. Are you gonna call somebody to get rid of that? Do you guys know that wasps also pollinate? But I hate them. They're just too spicy. So, yeah. Cicada killers are the most metal hornets next to the Japanese hornet. They're kind of cool, but I don't want them anywhere near me. Yellow jackets are subpar pollinators. Well, there's all gonna be... Yellow jackets are all we're gonna have left after the honeybees die out. After the honeybees die out and the wild bee population declines even further, wasps are all we've got. They're all we've got, chat. So as much as I'd love to declare total wasp death, yeah, they're all we've got once the bees die out, you know? Yeah. But you're gonna save the bees? I want to, but I have too many allergies to actually keep them. Yeah. Wasps eat a lot of garden pests. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Can we eradicate mosquitoes already? You know, I'd love to do that. But mosquitoes actually hold such an important part in the ecosystem. Like the larva feeds fish and like all these animals, and a lot of things eat them, and unfortunately the world will need mosquitoes. Yeah. Depends on the species. Yeah, that's a price I'm willing to pay. There's more honeybees than ever. Is there? Is there a lot? Is there a lot of bees, Yonobi? Yonobi, oh. He's sad because summer's ending. Yeah. I recently raised a bunch of deathhead larva hawk moths. Fun fact, deathhead hawk moths, that's a cool metal name. Invade beehives to drink their honey. They release pheromones similar to bees and squeak like the queen bee. It's an imposter! It's an imposter! No! No! Don't take my honey! Isn't it the native bees that are in trouble? Yes! Yes, they are. They are. There's a lot of iffy things about the bees. First of all, there's not a lot of wild bees left on the planet. And commercial bee farming, it's kind of controversial whether or not it's helping or making things worse. Like commercial beekeeping. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it depends. Like the commercial bees are kind of out-competing the native bees for food and resources, right? So yeah, and then the pesticides too and stuff like that hurts bees a lot. Yeah, so it's kind of tough. Commercial beekeepers are more affected by colony collapse than small-scale beekeepers. Yes, I agree. Hold on, I'm eating. Because the more hives you have, when you have a disastrous season, you got more to lose. But if you're just like a small-time beekeeper, chances are if it's your only hive, you're not gonna get like a mass die-out. You're gonna be fine. Yeah. Isn't colony collapse down to parasites? There's a lot of reasons for colony collapse. Apparently every beehive has like has mites in it called the varroa mite. There's no such thing as a hive that has no varroa mites. But a lot of beekeeping is like managing the mites and making sure they don't like overtake the hive. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently there's little buggos that like feeding on the honeybee blood. Yeah. Honeybees have been in North America since the 1600s. I think they're gonna keep going. Hopefully. Their populations has been dwindling. Yep, gotta sacrifice a few bees to check too. Yep. Hold on. Arthur Gumtree, thank you for the show, bub. Have you ever watched Coyote Peterson purposely sting himself with some dangerous bees for the purpose of documenting his own pain index? Yes! I have watched that show. This guy who just stings himself with random things and like takes snake bites, right? I've seen that show. Thank you, Blakemon, for the show, Bob. Beekeeping is real life RTS. It is. It's like playing the bug race in StarCraft. It's kind of like that. Thank you so much for the show, Bob. 729060. Fun fact: beekeeping is tax exemption in many states. Uses information as you will. I unfortunately do not live in a place that has a lot of flowers. It is desolate out here. So hopefully I can plant some flowers and then help the local bees, if there are any, cause I like bees. Yeah. The Zergs. Yes, the Zergs. Yes. I missed you. Thank you. I missed you too. Thank you so much for 35 months, Noah. deserve. Honestly, I'd burn all bugs except honeybees if I could. Also, can't wait to see how the new cookie badge. I don't think I uploaded them yet, but I will eventually. Yeah. Thank you, Deshu, for the 18 months. Thank you. So you're saying that one lucky salary bee gets a mate with the Star Queen? I'm not a bee, chat. Even Sad Bee just thinks I'm his mom. I'm not even his queen. You are kind of my queen, but you're my mommy. He's just a little baby. I don't want to tell him that he's more closely related to a dog than a bee, but it's fine. I wish bugs could skip the worm phase. Yeah, that's true. I don't like grubs either. I understand. Thank you so much for the shuba, Insect Devil. As someone who always wanted to be an entomologist when I was older, this whole stream makes me smile. Bugs are friends, not pests. I think bugs are friends. I just don't want them crawling on me. You know? I just don't want them crawling on me. Unless you're a jumping spider, then you're allowed on me. If you're a jumping spider, you're allowed on me. If you're a friendly bee, you're allowed on me. If you're a butterfly, you're allowed on me. Yeah. Yes. Did you know that the Flow Hive is actually the most convenient way to collect honey? It literally kills all viable baby bees in the hive cell, and you mix honey, pollen, and wax in the jar. You know, I wondered how they can tell which cells are honey, but yeah, I wouldn't want to kill a baby bee. That would be... Hello, Maria! Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Yeah. It's better and safer for the hive to have a beekeeper remove and cut out the honey cells to preserve the strength of the hive. You know, that makes sense. Not the baby bees! Mwah. Don't kill the baby bees. Yeah. Good day, raiders. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the Feral Bean Rage raid. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hello, hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Very sweet. Flow Hive should only be used in an area that has no larva. There are separators for that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know that much. I've literally only looked into this in the last week, so... This is a Flow Hive, by the way. I can show you guys. Hold on. I can show you guys what this is.
So to harvest, I'll remove the cap at the top of the frame.
Hold on. Let me move this to the side. And it'll give you guys a better view of what the heck this is. Alright. This is a Flow Hive.
Insert the metal flow key and turn it down 90 degrees. This will split the plastic cells, turning the frames into channels for the honey to flow down and drain into my jars.
But like, how could you tell which frames have honey?
To over 2 hours to fully drain. It just depends on the temperature and viscosity of the honey. With my wood stove going and the kitchen closed up, it got pretty warm in here, probably around 90 degrees, so perfect for the honey to flow.
Okay.
This one frame took about 40 minutes to drain. So one issue I ran into was the amount of honey that leaked from the frames.
Oh.
Flow Hive does mention that minor leakage can happen, but I didn't expect it to be this much. Thankfully, I wasn't harvesting directly on the hive, otherwise it would have leaked all over my bees.
Oh.
So to harvest, I'll remove the cap at the top of the frame, insert the metal flow key, and...
I don't like that. You know, it looks convenient and it makes it look easy, but it doesn't look natural. You know what I mean? It doesn't look natural. I'm subscribed to this guy called Just Alex, and he's like my favorite bee guy right now. He's this like adorable British man, and he's like a beginner beekeeper, and it's wholesome content. It's him and his bees and his honey harvest and him learning. Yeah, he's great. If you guys want to see nice bee content, yeah, it's really cute. Oh, ow, that hurt my ears. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Where do you start?
Why is it so loud? What the hecky?
Start with a hobby like beekeeping. There's one thing keeping a pet animal. There's another thing keeping 20...
See, I don't know what it is, but bees don't look scary to me. Like they don't activate that like disgusting bug reaction when it comes, like cockroaches are so nasty and I can't look at them, but they're just cute. They're just little fuzz. It's the fuzz, right? There's something about them. Hornets activate the disgusting bug reaction, but the bees don't really activate that. There's something about it.
To 60,000 little insects in a box in your garden. I was very confused.
I don't
didn't
like
know what
roaches,
to do,
man.
And I searched, how do I keep
They sting me. Not all bees will sting you.
bees? And slowly but surely, I worked through YouTube's video content on beekeeping, and I also read some books and learned a bit. And
Hornets
and
are
slowly
murderous
the world of
insects.
beekeeping
They are.
became smaller, and I learned a little bit by little bit. And I became slowly more knowledgeable. And I felt like, one day I can see this becoming a reality.
Package in the post.
Oh, is that your bees? No, is that a frame?
Ooh,
Oh, a bee manual. Wait,
The learning process begins.
One of the biggest steps.
you can buy a bee manual? Wait. Wait, I want one. Wait a second. Hold on. Bee manual. Bee manual. Yeah! Bee manual. Huh, it's like $40 or something. Okay, bee manual. Yeah, Hayes bee manual. Is that the famous one? Show me. Yeah, I kind of want it. I want to read it. I'm gonna take a bunch of notes on bees. Yeah. This thing. Hold on. What if I bought this and I just took a bunch of notes on the bees? I think that'd be fun. I don't know how to make it into content though, but I can do it in my spare time. Yeah.
That helped me start beekeeping was joining the local bee club.
Field trip to a
right.
beekeeper? Wait! That'd be so cute! Oh, it'll be so cute to bring Sad Bee with me and then go visit a real beekeeper. Wait, is there something like that near me? Hold on. Can you visit bee farm visit? Apparently there's a bee museum in California. What the hell? What? Wait. There's apparently a lavender honey farm out somewhere in California where it's like a museum about bees. Yeah, at the bee museum you'll learn about the history of beekeeping. Where is this? Hold on. Where is San Miguel? Where is that? Where is San Miguel? What is that? Is that in southern? Oh, wait. It's like mid. It's like the middle. It's like middle California. Oh. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. All right. Yeah, okay.
There's a local club for beekeepers.
Road trip.
You can join them and be part of this community of odd human beings who are obsessed with bees. And it allowed me to...
I don't know. I don't know if I can count. I don't know if I count, chat. Am I an odd human being obsessed with bees? Probably not in the way that they'll ask me if I was a beekeeper, and I guess I am, but it's not really.
get in contact with loads of other local beekeepers who live near where I do. So that was really useful. I went on the club's Facebook page and I introduced myself. I said, my name's Alex. I haven't kept bees before, but I really want to. If anyone can give me any advice or help, then
thank you so much for the show, Bud Danny D. Face Girls Beekeeping Museum road trip. I want to go.
appreciated. I had
but
one
I don't
lady
think
who
Sockness
commented
is
and
gonna
said,
pay for all these
I've
trips.
got an old beehive.
Makes
you
no
can have it
sense.
if you want to get started. And then I had another guy get in contact saying that he actually had some bees that he could give me. I was being given a beehive. I was being given
I'm somewhat of a beekeeper
colony
myself.
Of bees. I couldn't say no. And so my beekeeping journey began just there. I've just hopped in the car and I'm on my way to a fellow beekeeper's house who has very kindly offered me the parts required to set up my first ever beehive.
Yeah. Content makes more money than the cost, and why not? I don't think I have the gall and gumption to keep bees, like for actual bees, because they do sting you. Like real beekeepers get stung pretty often, like every day. So I don't think I can handle that. Thanks so much for the show, Bob. Booma Papa Oni. Maybe they can do a virtual tour, like unironically, USS Hornet. But then you can't really see the bees in action. Is there a bee live stream of like people live streaming their goddamn bees? Is there a bee live stream? Like is there Honeybee Landing Zone? What is that? That's a creepy ass live. Like what is that? Oh, hold on. I think there's only 2. So what is this? Oh yes. Oh, it's live. Are you sure? It's live. I'm the only viewer. I'm literally the only viewer. Wow, okay. Awesome. Oh. Alright. The explore birds, bats, and is this really live or are they just playing a video? Yeah, not for long. We could change that. What do you mean not anymore? What do you mean? What do you mean? Raid into the stream? I'm not gonna raid into it. Started stream. Oh no, it's still live right now. But it was live for like years, I guess. No, it's still live. It's still live right now. Oh, it's a loop video. No, it's fake. What's this one? This one looks so sus. What if we watch somebody die? That's just horror, man. This is just terrifying. I don't know what that what is that? That's terrifying. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I don't know if there's enough of like bee content
because the beehive
on YouTube.
I was given had previously been used by another colony of bees, there was a chance that there could be some diseases. So I got a blowtorch and basically went over the whole thing, just burning everything off, so that there was no chance
that radiation
that
static? I have no clue. Are they making radioactive bees?
My new colony when they were brought in.
Oh, speaking of radioactive bees, chat. Apparently, you know bees eat like candy, right? Like let's say there's this guy in England who was harvesting honey and he opened up his hive and all the honey was radioactive neon green. And he was like, why is my honey green? Apparently, it's because they dumped a lot of like green like lime candy out and then the bees ate it and they brought it back and made honey out of it. So all of his honey was radioactive Mountain Dew green. And so it ruined his harvest. But I was like, and he was like, it ruined his harvest. I'm like, I would have just made radioactive labeling, right? I would just label it and just made it a joke, like radioactive honey, and sell it to like kids, because they're gonna be like, whoa, look at this goo. Look at this Nickelodeon goo that I can put on my bread in the morning. You know what I mean? I would definitely sell it as a gimmick. You could totally market neon green honey. Suddenly, you can sell it at a premium, even though it's neon green. Yeah. Yeah. It was just off color. There was nothing dangerous about it. Yeah. It's rare goo. It's a rare goo. Yeah. I don't think I would sell it like on a national level. Like I wouldn't put it in the grocery store, but I definitely kind of sell it at the local farmers market and be like, yeah, my honey harvest was green this year. I don't know why. Yeah. You could pay extra to try it out, see if something happens to you. And then people unironically buy it because people like to try things like that, right? Yeah. Okay. Mad honey is possible with ornamental plants. Is it? Really? Also, yeah, I did learn about mad honey. You guys know there's like a group of really aggressive, like really aggressive bees up in the mountains. Then they build like crazy mountain hives like you see in the new Monster Hunter, and then they take the nectar from like plants and you can take it and get high on it. Apparently it's a thing. Yeah, in Nepal. Yeah. Africanized bees or the others? No, guys.
It was.
We do know that not all honeybees are the same species, right? We do know that there's more than one species of honeybee, right? We're talking about Mongolian bees now. We're talking about Nepal. What are the African bees doing in Nepal? Remember what I said about the African bees? That they can't tolerate warm temperatures? Why would they be in Nepal? That's where... yeah.
Time to set up the beehive. First goes down the floor. It's like the floor of your house. And it has like an open mesh floor, which means that ventilation can get through, but unwanted pests can't
Shabalaba bees. Did you know that some mushroom spores are required for good immune system in bees? I didn't hear about that. Should you go roll in the mushrooms, little bee? Wait, but then how do commercial bees survive? I don't think they're near very many mushrooms. Do you know about vulture bees? I do not. Insect Devil. It's only been a week of this hyperfixation.
Is basically where all the baby bees are raised.
The baby
the queen
bees.
Will be laying all the eggs in this section.
I love when he says baby bees. This is where the baby bees are raised. I'm like, oh, picks up sad bee.
The main nest of bees will be in the brood box area. There's a bee on my camera.
Oh.
I think it's not happy with it.
Oh.
Please don't get mad and sting me. Within this brood...
the sad dejected... That was cute. The fear and sadness in his eyes. That was so cute. I didn't watch this video. I only watched honey harvesting videos. He's been through this pain before. That was mad cute, chat. That was mad cute. Aww.
Brood box goes
He's
some
so
frames.
awesome.
And frames are basically the man-made equivalent to what the bees would naturally build. Say if they were living in a hole in a tree, they would build these frames of wax that they use to create their cells, to lay eggs in, to store honey.
He got one bead.
To live, basically. And the frames are what us beekeepers give to the bees to give them like a head start. I'm in the car again, and I'm on my way to my local beekeeping supply store.
Okay.
And I've got to pick up a few bits of equipment.
Do they have beekeeping supply stores in Europe? Like, is that a thing? Is that a thing in the US? Beekeeping supplies. I bet chat's gonna be like, yeah, it's called Home Depot. Chat's gonna be like, it's Home Depot. Oh, apparently there are apiaries like all around, apparently. Oh, there are stores. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's Lowe's. Where's the lie?
Just picked up the stuff from Payne's
Bee
Farm.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll get home and
Payne's Bee Farm is an apt name.
I got my frames from a local bee shop, and I spent a good few hours
That's
assembling
an apt
them.
name.
Basically, they were a lot cheaper
for a
if I
bee
got them
shop.
flat pack rather than ready-made. So I
know,
got a
Payne.
hammer, got some screws, and I spent a few hours putting frames together.
This would be a nice day activity.
Doing this for the last hour is that putting the wax in is the hardest
Tractor
part.
Supply Company sells beekeeping supplies. I've never been in one because I don't live rural. So we don't have those where I live. Yeah. Thank you for becoming a Butter Cookie Corn's butcher. Thank you. I hated assembling frames. Oh, Dr. Bees, do you actually keep bees? Wait, do some of you actually keep bees? I want to see them. If you keep bees, can you take a picture of your hive for me and show me your queen? show me your queen when you go out next time when you check for the queen. I want you to show queen. All right, I want to know. I want you to submit your queen pics. I want to show me your bees. Show queen pics for free. Thank you. You kept bees until you moved. What'd you do with the bees after you moved? Yeah. I showed you my queen, please respond. I have in the past, I don't currently, but have help with building farm designs. Wait, that's awesome! You guys know a lot about it. What the hell? I'm not talking about a Minecraft. I don't want to hive posting. Yes, please show me your queen, baby girl. Yeah. Show queen, please. There's a Tractor Supply store in Gilroy next to the sun. Isn't Gilroy like rural? It's a little more rural. I don't know. I sadly can't keep bees because of my dog, and my neighbors wouldn't be so happy about the beehive. Yeah, no, that's a thing, right? Like most people can't keep bees because we don't have yards. You know, which is sad. I want to keep bees.
Ease it in.
I want to keep bees.
Nice to hold. Right, here we go.
Or you know what I'd do if I was if my neighbors kept bees and I knew there was like some neighbor out there keeping bees somewhere, I'd just plant a bunch of flowers. Then I don't have to keep the bees. That's somebody else's business, but I can see the bees. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to keep the bees. I just want them in my yard. So if I plant flowers, then I'm gonna be feeding the bees, right? Yeah.
Go. Got another
I will get
9-10 frames to make.
It's like all the enjoyment of bees.
I'm looking forward to it
without keeping them and without the honey.
Whether I'm a bit nervous about actually holding these full of bees.
Yeah.
It will sure be an experience.
The neighbor would probably appreciate it.
Done for the day. And here we have frames with foundation in, ready to put in the hive. And I've got what's called a queen excluder.
Okay.
Now this goes on top of the brood box. But it's only really necessary, I suppose, when you've got a honey super on top, so a honey box, and that stops the queen coming up and laying her eggs in the honey.
Wait, but how could you tell? How does the queen tell? It's so mysterious. Like when you put the queen extruder, the queen doesn't come up and lay eggs above this grate. Is she just too fat to get through? Is that the reason? Is it because she's fat? That's it? Oh. She's fat. I see. Okay.
And the queen.
She's way bigger than the holes. I see. She's done me thick queen orb.
And then on top of that goes something called a crown board.
Damn.
A crown board.
How fat is Sad Bee's queen then? How fat is Sad Bee's queen? How fat was your mama? How fat was your mama, little bee?
It's basically a lid, but it actually has a little hole in. Now this is to allow you to put a feeder on top where the bees can come up and feed.
95 pounds.
You'll see.
Shut up! No, shut up! God damn it! I walked right into that one. I walked right into. But mommy, you're the queen. No! I played myself. I played myself. I played myself. I played myself, man. Sad Bee didn't get kicked out because he was too fat. He was kicked out because of fears he was confused with the real queen. It was a power play by the queen bee. But that doesn't work because Sad Bee's thicker than me. Like, if there's a hole, I could fit through it. But Sad Bee has a bigger waist circumference than me by like 4 inches. Sad Bee has 4-inch wider circumference than I do. So like, he has to squish to get into my pants. Like, he's squeezed if you try to fit him into my jeans. I fed him too much. Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, chat. My hips are as wide as Sad Bee. Like the widest part of my hips is how wide Sad Bee is. But like, in my waist, it's like a whole 4-inch. I'm a whole 4 inches smaller than Sad Bee's circumference. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I showed you guys on stream one time. Yeah.
That a bit later on. But on top of the crown board then goes the actual roof, like a proper waterproof roof.
Yeah. You probably wear a size 0. I'm 23, 24 inch waist. That's a 00 in the United States. So, yeah.
Elements out and stops anything from getting in.
They don't really make jeans my size in the US. I have to go to Korea to buy jeans.
Or animals or stuff like that.
I have got to redo that roof, put an extra waterproofing on top.
What up? 00. Yeah, my jean size is a Gundam number.
Yeah, this one's really falling apart, but I shall do that before the bees come. Beehive pretty much ready.
Yeah. They do. They go to the kids section. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I you know there's a shop called Hollister, and I can wear their smallest size. No, actually, I'm like a 00. They go down to 000. I'm like between I'm like a 00, and then they go one more size down. So I do fit Hollister jeans. Yeah, but it's like for teenage girls. It's like junior sizing. Thank you so much for the shoot, but Azar, Sad Bee, your mama so big she needed a whole aircraft carrier to lift off. What if I'm wired than the mommy?
There we go, got the bee suit. Got this sort of head thing which makes me look like I'm doing fencing. Right, let's stop messing about and go get the bee.
Thank you for the shoot, but show me your butthole. Can you confirm is Lumi telling the truth that Ember got a dumpy? Ember's... I guess, yeah, Ember has a dumpy. Compared to the rest of us, yeah. If we're talking about, like, the group that we hung out with a lot, like, Lumi, Dizzy, me, Ember. Ember probably has the nicest dumpy. I used to have a dumpy too, but it Hank-killed itself, so I'm working on that. Yeah. Filipina buff. She's not Filipino. Did she tell you she was She's not Filipino. Ember's not Filipino.
Bees.
Sadly, my ass passed away. Yeah.
I don't care about beekeeping. This is...
Thank you so much for your shuba! Show me your butthole. Thanks, new Oshi confirmed. That's kind of lame. that you're gonna watch VTubers and then Oshi them based on how big their ass is in real life that you'll never see. That's kind of lame, man. Not gonna lie. That's kind of dumb. That's kind of a dumb reason to Oshi somebody, unless you're on like OnlyFans, you know. Then it makes sense. Then you can have an ass buffet and choose your favorite one, you know? Yeah. If you're on OnlyFans and you're like you have an ass buffet, then you're like, oh, I could choose a favorite ass. And I'm gonna Oshi the person that has the nicest ass, you know. But with VTubers, you're not really looking at somebody's ass. I don't know. Yeah, ass buffet is wild. Somebody rename OnlyFans and call it ass buffet. You know? Ass buffet or booty banquet. I'm not funny, sadly.
I'm all about the smoker burning. How cool is that?
A booty buffet.
So I'm in the garden.
Big boobs and beyond. Big boobs and beyond. Yes.
Thinking that everything is ready for the bees to come in.
Big boobs and beyond.
Everything's starting to feel a lot more real. Until now, I've just felt...
I was always curious about the smoker thing. Like, why do they smonk the bees? And apparently, it's because the bees, when they see the smoke, they're like, oh no, the forest is on fire. And they go deep into their beehive and are confused and are just like, they'll huddle in the hive and stuff. So like, apparently it like calms them down like that. So if they start panicking, you can smonk the bees. And they calm down, which sounds bad, you know. It sounds like there's something else in there. Cora Bros, thank you for the Agashuba! Yo, wow, backseating streams helped me distract me while I was going through a rough time, so thanks. Oh, that's really sweet. I hope you're out of those rough times. I hope things are okay. Yeah? Trying to think of a golden corral joke. I don't know. I don't think Golden Corral is jokeable in that sense. Yeah. Almost sounds like terrorizing them a little bit, you know. What if you gave the bees the weed smonk? I don't know. Wouldn't you make the honey smell like skunk? And it wouldn't be nice, right? But yeah, Cora Bros, I hope things are going better for you. Thank you for the shupa. Thank you.
Really confident and sure that this is a really good idea and a fun thing to do.
Okay.
But now the idea of 20,000 insects trying to sting me flying around my head is starting to not sound so good. My negative thoughts are kicking in. That's me.
That's what goes on in my head all the time before I stream. I was like, oh man, this just was a good idea, but is it a good idea? What if I go on live and everybody hates us? What if there's a bunch of new people who watch me today and they're like, oh my god, we hate how she talks. And then therefore, that's how I didn't stream for a week. The anxiety goes crazy. Yeah. Thank you for the 4 months of members running joke. Thank you. Smoke bee rush. Wait, what? What?
Sure.
You have a nice voice. Thank you. I'm glad you guys think that. Yeah. But has that ever happened? It's usually just a couple people, but yes. Yes. I get told all the time I sound really stilted and weird when I talk. Like, normal people don't talk like that. Normal people don't talk like that. And I've talked like this all my life. I've been told at a party in person, where it's just hanging out, and I started talking, and this guy, who was also ESL by the way, who had an extreme accent, a European accent, suddenly went off on me and said, why the fuck do you talk like that? Why do you talk like that? Why do you sound so posh? It's really annoying having to hear you talk. Literally shut the fuck up. And I was like just answering his question that he asked me. And I was like, bro. And so, yeah. So, yeah. I was so confused. I was confused, man. I was confused. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, he's on some next shit. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I can understand getting that sort of energy online, but I never got that sort of energy in person before. I was very confused. Very confused. Yeah. You have a tone sometimes that if you aren't used to it, yeah, I get it. But then again, Sunflower, you too are bombarded. So I can't really take that from you. I'm sorry. I'll take it from somebody else that doesn't seem neurodivergent. Okay. I'll take it from somebody else that isn't neurodivergent. At the same time. All right. Highly regarded. Yeah. Walked into that one. Oh, is that how that is? Yes, it is how it is. It is. I have not forgotten all the misinformation and the craziness. You have a reputation, my friend, from the beginning, and I have not forgotten the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet exists. The spreadsheet exists in my brain. It's real. Yeah. The spreadsheet is real.
7 o'clock in the
bro
evening.
is on the list.
It's starting to get dark now. Which means the bees will be starting to go to bed.
Nobody
They'll be going
escapes.
Back to the hive
I remember
where they are at the moment.
Yeah, indeed.
The guy who I'm collecting them off.
It's real. I knew it exists.
And then I'm going to go and get them.
The spreadsheet. I have you on my spreadsheet.
And relocate them.
Yeah.
In the garden.
My memory's a steel trap.
I'm nervous. I'm really nervous.
Thank you so much, Morgan Mason. The way you pronounce things with an S in them is freaking adorable. Some folks are just crazy. Wait, what? How do I pronounce? What's wrong with my S? Wait, what happened? Wait, what's spreadsheet? Spreadsheet. Is that cute? Bees. Boozy. I don't know. What's with the S? I don't know. What do you mean by that? Wait, now I'm panicking. Sassafras. I've noticed a significant difference in the way you pronounce the S's. What do I pronounce as weird? Wait. So sexy? Is it the shupa? Oh, shupa. The shupa? It's only the shupa. Yeah. It's only shupa. I don't like saying super. It sounds wrong. So I say shupa. Yeah. I'm getting like multiple guide. Just remember when Sakana has an S in it. He said that he hired people based on their voices. I don't know how much that means. Yeah. It does sound normal to me. Super sounds basic. Yeah. Shupa hot fire. Shupa chatto. Yeah. Shiina getting 20 guide live stream. Yeah. We're so lucky. Legendary one guy. Yeah. He'd be hitting it out of park with that, not gonna lie.
This will be the first time I've actually had a pet since
I don't believe him.
Pet
I
rabbit.
don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Passed away maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. I'm on my way to get bees.
Bees!
I was one hectic drive through Brighton, saw a motorbike hit into a normal bike, and saw some guys.
This guy has the same like energy I do. Like a slight panicked look in his eyes at all times. Like he's like, you could tell he's having some brain worms, but he's a really gentle guy. Like this is how I go through my life. This is like, hey chat, something horrible happened, but I'm on my way to pick up my bees. you know, he looks like he's gonna cry any moment. This is how I go through my life, chat. And then you're just explaining it matter-of-factly. Right. Yeah.
Having a fight. And sort of some drunk ladies. And it all happens down in Brighton, that's for sure.
In the Brighton.
Okay, so basically you've got 1, 2, 3.
Resting paranoid face. No, for real.
Yes.
There we go.
All I was saying.
These bees keep me from ending it all. No, for real.
I've got flipping thousands of bees in my car. Right, let's go.
You look so panicked. My car is full of bees. I did this to myself. This is how I live. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, this is how I live. This is how I go through my life. This is how I live, chat.
Home safely.
I brought the bees back to my house, took them out my car, brought them into the back garden, and plonked them on the stand I had made. So basically, it was getting late, and I couldn't see anything, and so I waited until the following day before I actually transferred them into the hive.
Well, I slept really badly last night, thinking about the old bees in the garden. I'm busy later on today, so I need to...
Like, he's doing what he wants, right? He's like doing what he wants, but he's so scared. He's terrified. He's like, I made this decision, but I'm terrified of my own decisions.
To get to work and get them out of the transport box into the full-size hive. There we go. I don't want to get stung, see? So I'm doing all necessary precautions to avoid it.
I think I found the white boy version of me, chat.
Trousers into my socks.
He's just as string beanie as me.
Oh, I think I've done that so tight it's not going to let any blood through my hand.
He's the white boy version of me, man. It's me if I was a white boy.
So I took the frames one by one out of the transport box into the hive until I had all of them
into the hive.
in the hive.
Well, I'm not tall, but you know, the energy is there.
Oh my god, look at that.
Wow.
There's the queen, there's the queen, there's the queen.
Wait, show queen, show queen.
You see the queen?
She's marked. Yeah, I see her.
It's got a white dot on its head.
Her, not it.
You see they've built the comb completely off where the frame is.
Oh, are you gonna peel it off?
Which isn't good, because it'll make it really hard to get out of the box in the future.
And that was the process of getting
queen
the bees
reveal.
From one person to me. And now I had bees in my garden.
He still seems kind. I know he's happy. This is how awkward I look when I'm happy with people. This is... Okay, remember how I told you guys I wanted to become like a normal influencer, and so I've made some like IRL vlogs of me back then, and I didn't upload them because watching myself on the camera was horrific. I just watched it and I'm like, I can't believe nobody told me I had autism. Like, I can't believe nobody told me, nobody suspected I had autism. I just look at myself and I'm like, how? Like, how did people not tell me that something was off? But then, like, even my grandpa would find me rocking back and, like, self-soothing and rocking back and forth while I'm sitting. And he will literally be like, Shiina, you need to stop doing that because you look mentally challenged. My grandpa was the only one that ever said anything. That I might have been, you know, neurodivergent. He was the only one who said anything. Nobody else. And then I watched myself in the vlog and I'm like, this is how I appear to other people? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. I look not normal.
Okay, I can't believe
like
it.
you just see me zone out sometimes and just disassociate in real time, and it's not good.
Well,
it's not good.
Currently,
yeah.
1 frame to go, but we've had a bit of a problem because there's just so much of this comb which they've built. Well, I kind of don't want it.
I love how your bees look. I don't think they're creepy at all. They're so cute.
If they have it coming like right off in this
I
bit
like
here,
how
then
their
the frames
eyes
can't
are
go
so
together
big,
properly.
and you can see they're fuzzy, and then they have like antenna out. It's the perfect buggo. I don't know. It's the perfect image of a buggo.
And it
They're
makes
so
it hard
cute.
to inspect.
Yeah.
Lastly, goes in this board.
Yeah, bee love.
There we go. We've got the 5 frames in there of
Yeah.
the bees that Stephen gave me yesterday. They're in safely. I know the queen's in there. She was on that frame, I think.
Okay.
First morning beekeeping. I was really surprised by how calm the bees were.
Oh.
Like in my head, I was thinking, these bees are going to be mad. I've just taken them in the car, put them in a new place that they're not familiar with, and I thought they were just going to go crazy at me and sting me. But no, they were super calm, really chilled out, and I had a brilliant experience actually of my first day beekeeping. It was very chilled out and a lot less stressful than I first thought.
Me every time I get on stream. Literally the sheer panic before I click go live from when I'm actually live is insane. Wow, that actually was great. I had a good time. That's crazy. It's been 3 years and I still have to learn this lesson every single day, man. Every single day. Oh man, the cookies. I opened the tin. Before I opened the tin, I'm like, God damn, the cookies are gonna be mad or rotten or dead or mean or whatever. And I opened the tin and I'm like, wait, that was great. They weren't mad at all. They were fine. So sweet. So wonderful. Yeah.
What it would be.
He's slurping up all the honey that probably is on my hand from whilst I was trying to get that comb off. So I've got the crown board on, and on top of that I need to put a feeder just to give them a helping hand.
Of sugar, pure sugar. Pure sugar.
I need to take a breather. My heart has been racing for the last 15 minutes whilst putting the bees in the hive.
Okay.
But they're in there, the roof is on, they've got some food. That was exciting though. Bees are awesome, honestly. They're one of the coolest animals. Goodbye, my new friends. See you soon.
So how does a honeybee colony even work? Well, honeybees work kind of differently to many other animals in that they are known as a superorganism. They
Superorganism.
need to work and function as a whole rather than individually.
That's
you need
cute.
the queen, you need the worker bees, and you need the drones, which are the male bees.
The male
You
bees.
need them all to work together in order for them to be successful and reproduce and create more colonies in the future. So you got the queen. She has the main aim and goal and job of laying eggs.
Laying eggs.
Then you've got the worker. The worker has...
If I was a bee though, I'd be killed by the hive because I got no eggs. So, yeah. If I was a real bee, they would kill me and then make a new queen. Yeah.
It's very well named. Simply works very hard.
Yeah.
Collecting pollen and collecting nectar to bring food back to the colony and supply all the other bees with food to eat. The worker also does lots of hard-working jobs within the hive as well, such as cleaning out things, cleaning out the cells, and looking after the queen as well.
They're so cute!
Then you've got the drone. The drone is the male bee. Very important to have a male bee within a colony because this bee is what mates with the queens and means that you can have more bees.
Yay!
Quick update from the garden, and the bees are looking happy actually. Not really sure how you know if a bee is happy, but
They've been very busy on this sunny, late summer's day.
I want to see the bees and the flowers!
And I'm just having a nice little watch of them.
Oh.
What a way to spend a Sunday afternoon, eh?
Right then, bees. Give you some smoke.
Hopefully calm the bees, hopefully.
Let's see how you've been doing.
Oh.
Looks like they've been eating some of the food. Oh wow, they've nearly had all of it.
Oh.
Well, looking inside the feeder, they're having a good munch.
Having a good munch. Cute. Alright. Okay. Ooh. Smonk the sea. See how they go inside?
On a frame inside a beehive, you have many hexagonal cells, and these cells are used by the bees in many different ways. Firstly, the bees can use them to store food.
How long does it take to eat all of that? I'm not actually sure. I don't
so
keep bees.
Store nectar.
Do they bees produce waste? They poop. Bees do poop. Have you ever been pooped on by a bee? Because I have. But I'm not sure where they put it out in the wild. I do think they poop outside of the hive. I don't think they poop in the hive. They go outside to poop. Yeah.
And would turn into honey. They also use the cells.
Yeah, they're
to store
pretty
pollen,
clean, busy little guys. If you think of it, they live in neat little homes. They don't poop in their homes. Yeah, they're like hardworking little guys, just very respectful. You know, they live in tidy little homes. They poop outside, and stay organized and take care of their young and make food. Yeah.
High in protein, so that they can feed that to the baby bees, which need lots of protein. The cells are then also used for actually raising the young.
They're
so
civilized
the
little
lay
guys.
Eggs inside the cells, and then the bees develop inside those cells, and then the
honey is not poop, it's bee vomit. Yes. Yes, apparently how bees make honey is they take nectar of a flower, then they ingest it, and then they throw it up. And then another bee ingests it, and then they throw it up. And that continues until the water content of the said nectar becomes very like below 20%, and it becomes honey. Yummers! Yay! Yay! Now you're gonna think of that next time you eat honey. Yeah.
The bees emerge and come out and live in the hive. So the cells are incredibly important and have many different uses.
Viscous. Yay, bee vomit.
Frame, we got lots
Throw up straight in my mouth, little bee. Throw up straight in mommy's mouth right now. No. Throw up straight in my mouth, little bee.
Doors at the top. And the smoke actually really helps get them away from the top of the frames and down, looking for their honey. Whoa, this one's full of bees.
Imagine you're just like, you have a little bee, and then you're like, okay, little bee, it's time for some honey, and you just take your little bee, and your little bee's like, bleh. Here you go, Poppy. Here you go, Poppy. Bleh.
There's the queen. One last frame to check. Honey stores. They're just drawing out the comb on that side.
Super fresh.
So you see all of that? That's all stores. That'll be the honey or the sugar syrup that I'm feeding them, and they've sealed it up, ready for winter.
There's brood at all stages, which means the queen is alive. I actually saw the queen. They're laying. There's quite a few bit more honey stores. It looks okay.
Can you imagine if I had a little son, little bee, I'm just sleeping, and at night little bee wakes me up. Oh, what is it, little baby? And he's like, I threw up, mommy. And then in my hair is just a glob of honey that's stuck to the pillow and my hair and everywhere. That's gonna be crazy. I threw up. It's better than dealing with real barf, you know? I threw up, mommy, and it's just honey in my hair. Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's okay, little bee. I guess I'll just need to clean the pillow, but like, I guess I could use this as a hair mask. I mean, girls put like honey on their skin to keep them moisturized and stuff. Do you guys know the honey can last so long? Like, for example, they found like a jar of honey from like ancient Egypt that's been sealed away for like, you know, thousands of years, and it was still edible. Yeah, kind of impressive. It just never goes bad. It lasts forever. Yeah.
I think.
So I got my bees at the end of summer.
Yeah, it can. It's crazy.
End of August. And so this is sort of the end of the beekeeping
It's delicious.
season.
It's also antiseptic,
and
yeah.
We're going into autumn. And there's a number of things you need to think about when you're going through autumn and into winter time, because bees primarily, like, they are most active and they are doing all their work in the summer and when it's warm, when there's flowers that they can forage pollen and nectar from. And so they need to prepare for the winter. And as a beekeeper, you need to give them a helping hand and make sure that they are ready to go through maybe a 6-month period without being able to find many flowers and food to eat. So there's a number of jobs I had to do. Firstly, I had to make sure they had enough food. Because my colony of bees were quite small, I received them towards the end of the season. They hadn't been able to spend much time foraging. They didn't have many stores of food available to them. I had to feed them.
Yeah.
And I fed them with a mix of water and sugar. It's very simple. I just got some sugar, put it in a saucepan, and then added some water to it, mixed it up, made sure it was all dissolved, and then I put it inside a feeder, which was then placed inside the hive. It was placed on top of the crown board, and there's a hole in the crown board, so the bees can go up through that hole and then feed on what is called the sugar syrup. The bees will take this sugar syrup down into their hive and then store it in the cells, so that then they can use it later on, like throughout the winter when they need it. Also, going into autumn and winter, I needed to check.
Don't use chlorinated water. Yeah, I'd assume you don't want to use chlorinated water, right? You have to use like very clean water. Like if it was me, I'd probably just use like ultra filtered water.
Right? Whether my bees were healthy. And this means basically checking for diseases, checking that the bees are okay and happy.
That's true, you can boil it, that's
healthy.
true.
Because I'm a very new beekeeper, I found being able to identify what a healthy hive looks like, I found that very hard. From my eyes, I looked at them and I saw that they were eating the food I was giving them. They looked healthy.
Yeah.
They didn't show any definite signs of illness, which is good. But there was one thing I did have to check for. What is considered the biggest threat to honeybees, and that is something called the Varroa destructor mite. Now it sounds pretty scary. It's a little mite which lives on bees as a parasite, and I believe it sucks the blood out of bees. No! And if there are lots of them in a hive, then they can basically destroy the whole colony.
Little bee, do you have mites? Mommy, no. I would be so heartbroken if a mite attached itself to Little Bee and was sucking him dry. Oh, Little Bee. Oh, it would never happen under my watch, right? Oh, Little Bee. Get out of there, Dizzy. Oh, no. Sucked you dry. No. Don't get your butt sucked, Little Bee. Oh, Little Bee. Another bath stream. He is due for another bath soon.
And all the bees die. This sounds pretty bad, but it's very common for bees to have this Varroa destructor mite. And so I had to check my ones and see if they had them. But how on earth are you supposed to see whether your bees have this tiny little microscopic mite on them? Well, I talked to the local bee club and they suggested I do something called a Varroa mite check. And this basically involved making a square board of wood.
My cutting skills aren't too good. Oh yeah.
He's literally me.
Bit of wood. Oh boy, that's satisfying. That's so cool. Oh,
He's
I feel
literally
so good about
me.
myself. I made a bit of wood that fits in the correct place.
There's a local bee club. Usually with beekeepers, they have like a local bee club. Like if you keep bees, it's wise to join a local bee club to find other people who also keep bees and you can help each other out and stuff like that. So yeah.
Ever thought I would
bee
be
guild,
making
exactly.
a mite trap? It's one of the most peculiar things to be doing. But it's all for the bees. I want them to survive the winter. I painted the board white, so if any mites dropped down onto it, they would show up better.
Okay.
Then I also covered it in Vaseline to
Ew.
make the mites stick to the board.
Ew.
I have just slid in the white board that I painted underneath the hive. In a
Okay.
few days, I'm gonna have to pull that out, count how many mites I find, if there's any there, and depending on that number, I will have to treat the bees with some sort of treatment
Medicine.
so that the varroa
Medicine.
mite doesn't take over the colony and
Ooh,
kill them all.
Vaseline
5 days later,
has so
I took
many
out the
uses.
board and I took it into some good light, used a little magnifying glass and looked very carefully, and I only found, I think, 2 mites.
Ew!
And now this is considered to be quite low for that time of year. And I talked to some other beekeepers and they said, yep, you don't need to worry about it at the moment, but do keep an eye on it because varroa mites can reproduce very quickly and then become
Who taught you that,
a
little
problem.
bee?
So
Who taught
basically,
him what?
At that time, they were fine and I didn't need to worry. Luckily, I was very pleased about that. My bees didn't have a bad case of varroa destructor.
Mr. Tongue Doe, is your mind in the gutter? What do you use your Vaseline for? I use it to moisturize my lips when my skin cracks in the winter. And to put it over my wounds so it heals faster. What are you using Vaseline for, You just reminded me of this one Reddit post where this girl apparently has a male roommate and she opened her Vaseline and there was a hole in her Vaseline jar. And well, one can only assume what the male roommate did to it. Anyways.
Mites. But the mites aren't the only problem for bees getting through the winter. There's a chance that they starve because there's not as many flowers about in the winter, and if it's cold, the bees don't go out of their hive. So they basically need enough food inside, they need enough stores, and that is why I'd been feeding them.
Why is he sticking in the jar? You tell me, chat. I just read this on freaking Reddit one day when I was scrolling. Like, I don't have a dick, so I don't know. I don't have a penis, so you guys tell me why anyone would do that. Like, why would anyone do that? Thank you so much for the Shupa, Insect Devil. Your laughing gives me life. Thank you. Tendies for breakfast. Thank you so much for your Shupa. Little bee, do you have parasites? I don't know. I might. Is he that clever? Is that bee that clever? My brain is in the butt. No, that's my heart. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Thank you so much for the Shupa, Pop-Tart King. Like a baby bird and its mom. Oh, the bleh part. No! Thank you so much for the 8 months, Illust. Thank you. Merch idea, sad bee-shaped honey jar. I don't know if ceramics can make that. Maybe I can try to make one. Yeah. Thank you, Calamari! The first hater. Whoa, I think they really like me. And the thoughts reset on sleep. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Thank you so much for the Shupa, Nick Morillo. Does that make us your kept bees? You guys are cookies or crabbies. And you guys live in a tin. Ryden, thank you so much for the Shupa. I got stung by a bee as a kid, so I kind of have a phobia, but watching this makes me think they're not so bad. It depends depends on the bee. Each hive has a personality. Some are spicier than others, you know. Yeah. Taji, thank you for the shoot, but he's just like you, except British and a dude. Exactly. Exactly. This man is like
plenty of supplemented food.
It's me if I was a British man.
Even if there weren't any flowers about. So the starvation thing, I had kind of covered. I hope that if I kept feeding them, then I wouldn't have that problem. Weather
Bombus affinis is the best bee. I know the bombus is the bombus is the how do you call it, the bumblebee. The bumblebee is the bombus genius, because it just sounds like a bumblebee, you know.
Think about, because bees have to keep the inside of their hive nice and warm. I believe they have to keep the nest area at something like 35 degrees C, which is mad when you think about it. So even when it's like minus temperatures out
bumblebees
here,
are cute.
They have to still keep
I have never seen one like IRL.
That warm. But they also
I've never seen one
don't deal
IRL.
with dampness very well.
Oh, look at it. It's soaking. Torrential rain. Hope my bees are okay.
I hope my bees are okay.
Oh, look at it all damp and...
Literally me. I hope my bees are okay.
wet.
I've never seen a bumblebee in real life, no.
It does make me worry. I really hope they're okay.
Yeah.
So to combat the damp and the cold, I decided to put some insulation.
Okay, maybe this is a bit boring. Maybe I shouldn't tell you guys, but one time I was hanging out with my friends and I brought Sad Bee and I put him in the car, right? I put him in the car. I didn't bring him out because we were at the mall and I didn't want to like be weird. So I put Sad Bee in a car, tucked him inside of like my a jacket that I brought and like made sure he was comfy, and then went and locked the door. And then we were gonna watch a movie at the mall because there was a movie theater attached to it, and the movie was to start in like half an hour, right? And then I got like this crazy anxiety that's like, what if somebody stole Sad Bee? What if I didn't lock my car and Sad Bee gets yoinked? Like anybody would freaking do that. So I walked it's a huge mall, right? So I left my friends. I walked all the way back to the car garage, which took like 15 minutes. And then checked on my bee, gave him a kiss, tucked him back in, locked the door, and then went to see the movie. I'm like, what if my bee gets bee-napped? What if someone bee-naps my bee? What if somebody bee-naps my bee and my day is ruined? And so like, what if my bee... Not the bee napping. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes I wonder about myself, chat. I feel like the longer I live, the less okay I am. You know? The more I live, the less okay I am. You know what I mean? I should have left him with an iPad, then he'd definitely get bee napped, you know? Anyways, beehive trafficking is an actual problem these days. Is it? How does that work? Yeah, mentally regressing, no, truly.
Inside the hive.
Yeah.
I simply just cut a few sheets of...
I feel the same way about my Sad Bee. Oh no, it's spreading. It's spreading.
Insulation.
I need a baby cam for the bee. Oh my god.
People would use it for housing and stuff like that. So I cut a few bits to shape and then placed them inside the hive, either side of the frame.
Oh, it's true. I actually saw like this Facebook post from some beekeeper, and people have been bee napping the bees, like the actual bees, like from beekeepers. Like people are having their bees stolen, like bee napped from their yards while they're on vacation. It's crazy. Yeah. Why? Because, as I said, beekeeping is all about eugenics. Sometimes there will be somebody jealous of the calm bees in somebody's yard. And bees, since it's something you have to keep outside and not under lock and key, people just be stealing bees. Yeah. They can be high value, especially if the genetics are good and stuff like that. Yeah, so they want the hive's genetics, so they'll like yoink your bees. Yeah, that's some nice bees you got there. You know? Thank you so much for the shoe bus, Cyclops Productions. You get attached to your items. I have a pen knife that is personally meaningful. I've had it for 20 years, but I'm terrified it'll get lost for some stupid reason, like my bags didn't go missing at the airport. Yeah, no, for real. For real, I'm so attached to this bee. Yeah, I think I've literally lost friends over this bee. Because I weirded a lot of my friends out by how much I love my bee. I think some of them don't want to hang out anymore. But that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. I just love the bee. I hug. I hug. I hug. Because I ruined their pictures, you know? Yeah. They'll catch me talking to the bee and they're like, yeah, something's off about this person. Yeah. You interact with sad bee every day. Attachment was inevitable. Exactly. They were filtered by a bee.
So I hope that it would just help
my chud son!
trap in some of the heat.
He's not a chud son. He doesn't look like a chud at all, man. He's not my chud son.
And give them some extra warmth in case it got really cold. December came, the winter set in, and there was now not much I could do. Now, beekeeping is a spring, summer and autumn activity. And in the winter, because they have to keep the inside of the hive so warm, you can't really do much. You can't open up the hive in the middle of winter because it will let in all the cold air and let in the dampness,
they'll die.
and that's really not good. So as a beekeeper, you have to just sit on your hands and wait and hope and cross your fingers that they're gonna be okay. And you just gotta put some faith and trust into your bees.
They're still in there. I knocked and then I could hear them all say, come in. No, on a serious note.
That's so cute.
I heard them all.
He knocked! And he heard them say, come in! He's literally me! He's me! He's literally me! That was so polite.
Will start buzzing. When you knock on the side of the hive, they all like start buzzing. Don't know why, but they do. It's the middle of winter and I'm very happy because my bees are still alive. There's an awful lot flying today.
Hello?
And I think they're all flying about because it's so warm. It's about 15 degrees out here, 15 degrees C, which is ridiculous for the time of year. Recently we've had a lot of mild weather, but it's also been incredibly damp and wet. And that has worried me a little bit because one of the biggest causes of bee colony deaths in the winter months is because they get wet and they get damp on the inside of the hive. So I'm really hoping that my old wooden hive stays strong and stays waterproof. There's not a great deal you can do throughout the winter, but there's something which beekeepers practice called hefting. Now hefting is just the process of lifting up one side of the hive and just judging, making a guess on how much food stores they've got inside the hive. If it feels really heavy, it means that they've probably got plenty of food. If it's on the light side, then maybe they need some more. When I checked a few months ago, it was really heavy. Like I could hardly almost lift the hive off the ground. It's definitely a lot lighter than when I checked in like
when
October
the landlord
time.
checks your fridge.
There's still a little bit of weight there, so that I'm pretty sure there will be some stores, but I will give them some food to be certain that they have something to eat. It's interesting actually how you can notice the difference in weight just go down throughout the winter. You have to change the food that you give them. So in the summer and the autumn I was giving them like liquid, sugar and water mix.
But that freezes.
But in the winter, they stop taking that down. They won't take down that liquid feed, and you have to feed them the fondant. So I'm going to give them some of that today probably. And I haven't been stung yet since I started keeping these bees. So.
What? What? You're just gonna give the bees frosting? Pure frosting? God damn, little bee. God damn, pure frosting. Oh my god. That's like pure, like disgusting cake fondant. Cake icing. That's crazy.
So
oh, no wonder he's fat.
Maybe today will be the first day. The first for everything.
That's
that
how
is
bee
a block
gets...
of the baker's fondant, so basically just pure sugar. And you can see that they've eaten away a hole there.
Oh.
I think I'm going to cut a hole in that and then place a new block of that on top.
Oh.
Like that, so they can eat their way through all of it and have plenty of food. I'm going to cut a hole in that.
Oh, okay.
And plonk that on top.
Nice.
And now they got double-decker food. It's like a sugar burger. You may think it's kind of strange that like I've got bees and I'm just feeding them loads.
I fed my bees. I put one sugar block on top of the other. Now it's a sugar burger. This guy.
You think
Look,
that's
it's a
like
sugar
the opposite
burger.
of what you're meant to do, which
They
is
love it.
then feed you with honey. But I need to give them plenty of supplemented food because they were such a small colony last year when I got them. No, I didn't feed them, the chances of them dying would be very high. So the first winter, this winter that we're currently going through, I need to feed them quite a lot to make sure they've got enough food. But then next winter, hopefully
Thank
I
you so
won't
much for
need
the
to feed them
shoe
because they would
bottle
have
of potato
collected
chip. Hi, Sheena.
plenty of
End of
food
July,
throughout the
August so far. It's
summer.
really tough, and seeing you geeking out over this really helped this butter cookies mood today. Big Sheena love. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this season. This year, things have just not gone that well. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, you know. I'm glad I can at least show up and cheer you up when I'm able to. Yeah. Thank you so much for the shoe butt tangerines. Would a sugar bee burger be better or worse than your average British food? Probably better. Probably better.
And then they'll be able to live on their own better. See what I mean? Where I am right now is my parents' house. And they live in a beautiful place with a nice garden. It's right next to the forest.
Listen. This stuff gives me so much dreams of one day moving to like a little more rural area. Like not too far from a city. But like far out enough where I can have a lot of like land that I can grow stuff on. And have bees. And like some chickens. And like crazy gardens, you know, like just a couple acres of land to work and then just live out the rest of my days, you know, get my skin a little bit tan from tending to my tomatoes, you know, my freaking tomatoes and chickens, you know. And then like grow like flowers. Like one of my favorite flowers is wisteria, and it's like one of my dreams to have an archway of wisteria, like somewhere on a walkway to like a nice cute little house made of like, I don't know, brick or something, you know. It'll be nice. Just one story, you know, with some brick. Yeah, some tomatoes and potatoes. And like an apple tree and like have you been to the Wisteria Park in Japan? I've never, but I love wisteria. My favorite flowers are wisteria, lily of the valley, and hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas. And probably lilies. Probably lilies. Those are my 3 favorite flowers. Yeah. I quite like peonies as well. Peonies are really, really, really pretty. Yeah.
In countryside. And I was thinking recently about my living situation into the future, because I've got to move out of the flat that I currently live in. I've got to move out of there in August, because that's when my tenancy runs out. And I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I've got ideas that I might live in a different country for a bit. I might get a van, convert it, and then travel around the world and do something like...
Wait, if I grow those flowers, will the bees not like them? Like if they're poisonous? Do bees like wisteria? Yes, bees are strongly attracted to wisteria. Bees, including honey and bumblebees, are known to flock to wisteria's blue, purple, pink, red, violet, mauve, or white flowers for nectar. Oh, see, they like it. You want native plants? Native California flowers. Sunflowers. Poppies. Arroyo lupine, blue flax, baby blue eyes, California, purple Chinese houses, bird's foot trefoils, the 5-spot, moss verbena, toad flax, tidy tips, farewell to spring, lady Phacelia. Let's see. I like the look of Lady Phacelia. Yeah, I've never heard of these flowers. Yarrow plants, goldenrod. There's not really that much flowers. There's not really that many flowers that are native because nothing grows. That's not true. Most of the US's food is grown in California, so there has to be more, right? There has to be more than that. I don't know. We'll see.
Like that. But then I also think that maybe I could do a deal with my mum and dad where...
Isn't it green? No, like most of California is crops. Like you guys hear about the coastal big cities, but actually most of California is extremely rural and farmland. It's a big state. So yeah, most of the food that is grown in the US is grown in California. Like 70% of the US food source comes from the middle of California. You guys don't know. Yeah, It's very redneck outside of the big cities. Extremely. I think people just have the idea of California because of the cities, but most of California is actually very, very redneck out there. So,
They let me live in their house free of charge in return for me making honey for them.
Yeah.
Doing the beekeeping, and then also gardening and growing lots of vegetables and food.
I live in rural California, very much yeehaw territory. It is. And I think people... Okay, let me pull up a map of California. I think every time I travel and talk about the US, it feels like people aren't aware of how big it actually is. So, California... size versus say Korea. Yeah, so you could fit 4 South Koreas just inside California. Like I think this is just California. That's just California, right? And then like if you zoom out, like look, it's like the size of the entirety of Japan. I think people don't realize this. Yeah, it's crazy. And then if you go here, it's huge. It's huge. It's almost the entire, it's like half the length of this peninsula right here. And if you go up here, like that's the UK compared to just California. That's just California, right? And then it's like, look at this. Look at all of Italy. It's smaller than California, right? And then like, I don't know. Yeah, so it's huge. It's literally huge, and I think people don't realize it. Country size. Country. Let's see. USA. United States. So here's the United States size, right? And when I talk about how big China is, people don't believe me that China is bigger than the US, but as you guys can see now, China is a huge country too, you know? And if you look at the, like, borders of China, if you see here, look at how varied it is. So, like, China, all the way here, you got, like, the southern Chinese, then you got, like, the middle Chinese, then you got the northern borders, like Russia and Mongolia. If you go up here, the people up here and in the corners, they look white. And over here, they start looking Middle Eastern white. And they all just, it's very varied. There's a lot of, like, types of people in these countries. Yeah, it's huge. Huge. Yeah, so the US is schmassive. Schmassive. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Anywho.
Food that I can then cook up.
Isn't that a lot of China historically in the West and Northwest only after the 1700s? Well, China has a varied history, right? Like, I think at some point before China was even when it was united under their first official emperor, it was only around this area. So China also expanded westward towards this area, but initially they started like in this area. So Warring Kingdoms arc was like around here, like in this area, but they eventually, I don't really know the entire history of how they expanded that way, but that's how I know they did. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. China beekeeps too. Actually, China has quite a production of royal honey, or royal jelly, which is the stuff they use to put on larvae to nourish larvae to make queen bees. Humans eat it too because they think it's has health benefits. China produces a lot of that, actually. So there's bees everywhere. Just a different type of bee. Yeah. And then there's Russia. And then, speaking of big countries, and then we got Mother Russia, who's just up here. Mother Russia is just here, you know. Mother Russia is just out here being. Yeah. Anyways, duh. Okay. Yeah, largest country by landmass for sure. Yeah. Anyways. Let's see. United States. Let's put China here. Hold on. Yeah, big country. It's a big country. Yeah. Anyways, geography lesson. Yeah, I think people just don't have that. You can't fathom how big these countries are and how small Europe is compared to like where we live. And just California itself, it's massive. It's like the size of. It's bigger than most countries in Europe and most places where people live. It's bigger than their entire country. So, yeah, it's kind of like that thing, right? Out of the whole country of China, only one region and only certain people eat dog. But now apparently the people found out about it, and now people think all Chinese people eat dog, which is not true. It's kind of like California. Everybody thinks it's just uppity city dwellers who care too much about their looks and have BBLs and lip filler, but that's actually a very small part of Southern California, and the rest of California is mostly redneck farmers, you know, so yeah.
So they're basically going to get a full-time gardener, chef, and beekeeper in return for giving up just one bed and a bathroom. I'll have to check that with them. I haven't asked them about that yet, but Mum and Dad, if you're watching, maybe that could work. Let me know. Lots of possibilities, lots of exciting things could happen over the next year, so we'll see. Time will tell.
Look at that, out here. I'm wearing a jumper, not a coat, and the sky is blue.
Who calls it a jumper? That kind of perplexes me when British people call sweaters jumpers. That's just where that oh, let me just put on my jumper. Like, why is it called a jumper? Like, why? It's not like you go jumping in it.
Everything is nice and
a jumper.
Butterflies. Look at that. Oh.
I love butterflies.
I feel like a reptile waking up from winter hibernation. It feels awesome. And I'm looking over at my beehive now, and they're so active, and they're bringing in loads of pollen, and it's really exciting. And very, very soon we're going to open up the hive and do our first inspection of the year. I'm really excited about the next few months because in the beekeeping calendar, lots of things will happen. Firstly, we might have to deal with a swarming colony. This is basically where one beehive, one colony of bees reproduces and splits into two.
Okay. I want to talk about this aspect, like swarming. You guys know if you keep bees, it's like gambling. Like, you keep the bees, right? You feed the bees. You take care of these freaking bees. You put so much money in these freaking bees. Then one day, for some reason, the bees are like, fuck this, I'm leaving. they just fucking leave. It's like, I gotcha. You can do all this work, right? And then one day you wake up and your bees are gone because they're like, fuck this, I'm going. They just leave. They just freaking leave. You know? They just quit. They just leave. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's actually several things you can do about it. So basically, how hives proliferate in nature is that a colony will grow, right? A colony will grow and grow and grow, and they will grow too crowded in the hive that they're currently in. So let's say they go in like a hollow tree log, but they completely filled it up and they've overexpanded. So what happens then is that the workers will start preparing new queen cells in the hive. And once those queen cells hatch and a new queen is born, she'll go out and mate, you know, hopefully with a male. He dies, of course. Yeah. And then she'll come back. And then eventually, half the hive will leave with this queen, right? To establish another hive elsewhere. And half the bees will remain. Yeah. It's really strange. It's really interesting. And hives in nature, I don't think they last that long. Because with the queen, she only mates once in her life, right? And so when she's new and she's just mated, her eggs and stuff and offspring will be very high quality. But eventually she'll get old and the quality of the sperm left in her, you know, her sperm storage from her mating will start deteriorating. And eventually it might only lay drones, which is only male bees, in which the hive will slowly die. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently queen bees can live up to 5 years, but beekeepers usually keep their queens around 2 or 3 and then eventually have to replace the queens because the quality of their offspring is no longer there. Yeah. So in order to like manage the bees, apparently they have to like squish these queen cells and constantly add new boxes of like frames to the beehive so the bees don't just decide to get up and leave. Even when you do all that, sometimes the bees are like, fuck this, I'm out. They just leave. And they go bother the neighbors by like swarming in their tree. And then, you know, sometimes in beekeeping communities, there'll be like swarms, and then the neighbors will call their neighbor and be like, "Hey, bro, your bees are harassing me, and they're just hanging out in my tree. Can you come pick up your goddamn runaway bees?" And then so the beekeeper will go and pick up their goddamn bees and put them back. And put them back in their yard, you know? Yeah. Sometimes they'll just split the hive themselves. So if you make a hive and the hive grows big enough, you can establish a new colony by splitting the hive into 2. And now you have 2 beehives. And then those beehives will become 4 beehives. And then those 4 beehives will become 8. So that's how a lot of times beekeepers will multiply their hives. Yeah. How do you pick up the bees back? So the bees are like, they're apparently, I don't know everything. I know I sound like a know-it-all, but I'm just regurgitating the information I learned over like the last week because I'm hyperfixated. But apparently, right? It's because the queen's pheromones keep the bees in check. So they'll like always follow her. So as long as you have the bees and you have your queen, they will typically always follow the queen. I'm regurgitating. So like, let's say there's a giant like bee swarm that's just hanging in a tree. So what you would do is you take a look at your situation, right? And then you'd shake them all into a box. And they all fall down like 5 pounds of bees on the floor. And then if you're lucky, you can locate the queen, trap her, you know, safely, keep her safe. And then you can take your hive or box and put the queen in the box. And then everybody is just gonna go into the box. They're gonna follow her into the box, like automatically. Yeah, they won't attack you. Depends on the bees. Sometimes the bees are spicy. If they have really spicy genetics, they're not going to be very happy about that. But sometimes you'll also get really calm bees with calm genetics. They're not very spicy. And they won't sting you. They'll just let you do your thing and follow the queen, right? Because not all bees are made the same. There's different species. Some are more aggressive than others, you know? Yeah. If they're Africanized bees, yeah, they're not even gonna let you near them. Yeah. It's so funny. I remember this video. Hold on. Let's do bee. There's like hold on. Filters. Let's do view count. Ew, AI videos, disgusting. Yeah, this guy, Yappy Bee Man.
On a queen cage, so I don't have to go run back to the truck to get it. But here's
so this is a swarm. this is a swarm of bees. They've left their hive. They're just hanging out, harassing somebody's yard. You know, a mass of bees.
What's really interesting.
All right.
I'm actually on top of my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna shake swarm off the top of my truck.
So watch.
And hopefully get them in that box. But here's the joy of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them dropped down right about here.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a real good march that you guys get to watch.
Yeah.
And if I'm really, really lucky, in that big old pile of bees, I'll get lucky enough to find that queen.
Yeah.
I want to test their temperament though.
Look.
See what kind of mood they're in.
They're insane. Beekeepers are insane. Beekeepers are insane. They're like, yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm going to test the temperament of these bees. Puts whole hand in bees. whole bare hand in the bees. You know what I mean? Just hold the bees. You know? And it's like, what do you do if they're not in a good mood? You just get stung a billion times. You're like, oh crap, I guess I gotta go put on my bee suit. Like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean?
Come on, girls. It ain't too bad. Let's go ahead and let a couple of them down there.
It's crazy.
But, knock on wood. Maybe they'll just march right in. You guys will enjoy that. Let me readjust this box a little bit so we can get some better light.
How do you just put your whole hand in the
right
bees?
here. Look at that right there. Right there.
That's the queen.
Right there.
The queen. Got the queen. The queen.
Yep, almost got stung. Look at that. There's my queen. Ain't even shook it and got my queen. Hang on. I know y'all want to see this. I only got one hand.
I don't know how he saw that because I would have never.
One hand.
I do not want to.
Man,
I don't want to play Where's Waldo with a beekeeper. That's a game I do not want to play. I bet they would be so good at Where's Waldo. There's no way.
Are you getting blacked out?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Boom! Caught the queen already, and there's, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man.
He's so excited.
I cannot believe that.
I cannot believe that.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Sorry for all the shaky, man. We ain't got all your camera equipment.
That is the queen. That's the queen. He put it in a queen cage. She's alive. She can't get out. She's safe though.
Warm. You gotta shake them.
And now.
Let's go ahead now. We ain't got a choice but to enjoy the march.
Okay.
Let's hope that.
It's like insane person behavior,
I hope
but
they're not gonna be mad at me.
I hope they're not gonna be mad at me.
Man, I hope they're not gonna be mad at me. You ready? 1.
Oh, look what he does.
2, 3. Holy cow. Oh, waterfall of bees going over there. Oh yeah, they're pissed.
Oh yeah, they're pissed. Of course they're pissed. I saw a comment here. I hope they don't get mad. Proceeds to body slam them aggressively onto his truck after kidnapping their queen. You're not allowed to call me an idiot. Only I am. He says as he just shot about 50,000 bees on his car. If this guy would encounter a fire, he would just grab a handful of it and say, yeah, it's pretty warm.
Oh yeah, they're pissed. Oh, they're pissed.
This BSMR is for real right now, man. This is the best ASMR ever. What kind of ASMR is this? I'm getting the full experience now, baby. Oh.
Dang, that creates for a shaky video. Hang on. There we go. Man, I gotta get a phone that's got stabilization.
Oh my god.
Alright, we got past that part. Let's go back over here. Check this
It's
out.
freaking me. I'm wearing headphones
there's the
too.
march. God, look at all these bees.
Look at all them bees.
Oh my goodness, look at all them bees. So far I've been stung twice.
He's so
No
cute.
smoke, no suit. I'm an idiot. No, you're not allowed to call me an idiot. Only I am. Check it out. Can you hear him? I know you can hear him.
Why are people who like bees like this? They're all kind of cute. They're all kind of cute like this, chat. They're all kind of like, they're all a little bit tistic in this cute way. It's really cute. Literally all of them. Yeah.
They're loud as crap.
No, I have to show you guys this other one where this guy is euthanizing his Africanized hive, and he's just standing there, and there's bees literally attacking his face in his suit and everything. It's just like crazy, and he just sits there and he's like, very calmly, "This is intolerable." I have to show you guys that one.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's like my favorite.
50,000 bees. That's what I'm calling it. 50,000 bees done flying in my beehive. Now, what's
How do
really
you
crazy
euthanize a hive? I'll show you guys later.
They weren't supposed to come down here.
Yeah.
All right. And chilling out in the air. We got bees everywhere. Oh, I love this stuff. I love it. But this is the coolest part.
So these bees are actually not Africanized because, yeah, they're pissed because they got shook off a tree. But usually Africanized bees, you do not even need to provoke them. You will stand in their vicinity. They won't let you near their hives. They act like wasps. They're like waspified bees. They are territorial. Most bees won't do anything to you if you don't provoke them. Yeah.
Back here, no. Hey, we gotta get in that box, man, because of everything.
If these were Africanized, the guy would probably be stung like several hundred times already. Yes. Yes.
Everything in this area smells like lemongrass.
How do you Africanize a bee? So with bees, most bees in the wild right now are actually hybrid bees. It's real. All of the minor bee species can sort of mate with each other. So what do they mean by Africanized bees is that in Africa, their honeybees are extremely aggressive, crazy honey producers. They'll outproduce a European honeybee at least fourfold in terms of honey production. But they're very mean. They're very, very, very mean. Like, you can't stand near them. They will kill you. And those bees were introduced to, from what I understand, they were introduced to Brazil. Which then all of Brazil's bees started mating with these Africanized honeybees and became extremely aggressive. And through there, those bees slowly spread towards South America, and now they're up into the southern United States. Yes. So any bee that starts getting those aggressive Africanized genetics will not be great in temperament. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. It would be Brazil, wouldn't it? So they broke out from a lab in Brazil and have been spreading all over the world since and out-competing all the local honeybee species. And so every time you get a really aggressive hive, the responsible thing to do as a beekeeper that's not in Africa is to euthanize the hive so that those crazy aggressive genetics don't spread to other hives. There's some irresponsible honeybee producers or honeybee farmers who bear with these super aggressive bees because they make them money despite the danger they cause to the people around them. And this is kind of a controversial topic in the beekeeping community, apparently. Yeah. Yeah.
That's oil. All lemony. They got their little tushies up in the air saying, "Hey, everybody gather down here. Come on."
Yeah. Hans, get the Flammenwerfer. You actually need a Flammenwerfer if you're euthanizing a hive. You do, because you need to get rid of every trace of the hive that had those bees in it so they don't come back and, thank you so much for the Shuba Importer. Sheena, check China Mountain Bee Farm. I will look after this video. Then I'm down. Thank you for the Shuba. I've heard some beekeepers will intentionally get bees to sting them to check if they can tolerate it. And have no allergic reaction and to build a tolerance. They're a different breed of people, but goddamn, I love honey. True heroes, in my opinion. Yeah, they do that. It's a good thing to check, because you'll die if you keep bees and you have an allergy, you know? Andrew, thank you for the shupa. All this talk of flowers and bees reminding my botany class in college. I wish I took botany in college. It sounds fun. Thank you so much for the shupa. Thank you.
Oh, let's look off the side of the truck, see what we got. Yeah, we got bees off the side of the truck. Oh, we got bees down there.
Bees everywhere.
That's all right. They'll get airborne in a minute.
Can you guys imagine if bees actually look like sad bees and they're just when you dump one out of a tree, you just hear ooh, just a cacophony of ooh, where's the queen?
I'll come up to this hive or this cluster of bees, and here's what's really cool is I don't have to reshake them unless I get in a hurry and I got to get going out of here. We're gonna be here for a little bit, checking on something else, and all those girls up there will actually realize they don't have their queen, and all these guys down here are fanning, telling the rest of them, hey, come on down here.
See, now you know.
And that cluster will break, and they will get up in here in the hut or in the box with the rest of them.
See? That answers your question, chatter, that asked how do the bees get in the box? They walk themselves in.
Ain't that cool?
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
See, all those are just
and you see all the bees buzzing their wings. They're just fanning the pheromones to tell all the other bees to come in.
And their butts over there saying, hey, I found the queen.
I found the queen.
God, I love this stuff.
It's the queen.
Man, I hope you guys are having an awesome spring. I know us down in the south, we're already geared up and going gangbusters.
Yeah.
And we'll say it'll probably right about the Chattanooga line is where everything's going, kind of kicking in. It's like walking into a concert. I've heard a couple people in Huntsville, Alabama getting some...
Let's be honest, the bees are much more civilized than people are at concerts. Think about it. Think about it. These bees are more civilized. They're more civilized than people at a concert. Yeah. What was it? What was the Woodstock in 1999? Was the disaster one? Yeah. Do you guys remember Woodstock 99? Yeah, 99 was the bad one, right? Yeah, exactly. You weren't born. Don't say that to me. Yeah, I think Limp Bizkit was there. The one with 30 bottles of water, was it? It happened. It was a disaster. They tried to recreate like Woodstock, like how it was back in like the 60s, you know, hippies and like peace and love. But they basically the people who made Woodstock wanted to bring it back for money reasons, because the last Woodstock before this was kind of a financial disaster. So they just wanted to make money, right? But obviously, music has changed a lot since the 60s up until the 90s. In the 90s, in the late 90s, do you guys remember what kind of music was like the thing back then? Do you guys remember? It was grunge rock. If you guys remember, that's like the time of like Nirvana and stuff like that, like grunge rock, right? Yeah, it was a time of Nirvana, alternative rock, new metal, Korn. Yes, Korn. Yeah, that's what it was back in the day. Yeah, new metal. So yeah, they had, let's see, I'm looking at their, I know that Limp Bizkit was there. Yeah, Limp Bizkit was there for sure. Korn was there. Yeah, Korn was there. Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica, Fatboy Slim, DMX, Kid Rock, Creed. You know, they were all there. yeah. So the issue with that was that the crowd for that kind of music and that kind of culture is different than the Woodstock crowd of the 1960s and 70s, right? So people were just getting naked, and like there was just rowdiness, and like, you know, I remember, I think it took place on like an old decommissioned military base, and there was no shade, you know, so the people revolted basically because there was like no shade and stuff, and it was like so hot, and then like people were naked and getting sexually assaulted, and like it was extremely stanky looking, like super sunburns, you know, super sunburns. Yeah, it just wasn't very good, right? And I believe people died. I could be remembering it wrong. Hold on. Yeah, 3 people died. There was no water. Yeah, it was just a basic, it was a crazy mess. Yeah, it was a crazy mess of debauchery. So yeah, people got assaulted in the OG Woodstock too. People just don't talk about it because the psychedelic era was so romanticized. Yes. I mean, people always get assaulted at these sort of concerts, even the normal ones and stuff like that. But this one was particularly rowdy. There was like a lot of destruction and stuff like that. Yeah. I gave concert goers a bad rap. They still kind of have a bad rap, right? Like, we still get concert disasters every once in a couple years. Like what's that? What, Astro World? Astro World was bad. That's the one with the crowd crush. Yeah. So, yeah, they rioted. They burned like 3 stages at Woodstock. Yeah, people are getting trampled. Yeah, no, it's bad. Yeah, Firefest. It's why I don't go. I have a friend who's I don't really talk to that much, but she has been like going to these crazy concerts since she was like in her early 20s now, right? And now she's like in her 30s and she's still going. And then obviously none of us hang out with her anymore because she only wants to do these things that like 20-year-olds do. And she keeps dating these boys in their early 20s because that's, you know, she's around only those people, and she's wondering why she can't settle down. I'm like, I don't think that's the place you should go if you want to settle down. You know what I mean? Like, why are you raving into your 30s? Like, you're kind of, I mean, do whatever you want, but if you're looking for stability, that's not what you should be doing. But yeah, anyways, yeah, she's looking in the wrong places, I feel like. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for her. Yeah, I think her other friends enable her too, and I think, I hate to say it like this, like, but I think because she was a nerd all through high school, like wasn't cool at all, wasn't fashionable, I feel like raves are the only way that she feels cool. But then I asked her, I was like, she doesn't smoke or like do any of the drugs that are typical to those, like, you know, concerts. She doesn't do any of that. The only thing she does is kind of drink. She doesn't even, you know, do the ganja. But then if you're not doing those things and you're just moshing in the pit, like, what are you doing? How is that? Why? Make it make sense, chat. Yeah, it's a mystery. Like, what do you get out of that? Why? Question mark.
Getting some calls for some bees. I don't know. But, or for some swarms. But, look at, see, they're getting the memo now too. They're all gonna come over here.
Oh, no. Hornet King.
Queen cage.
Oh, hold on. So they're marching in. Hold on.
People trying to eat a bee.
Mosh pits at metal concerts are great dopamine. I've never been to a metal concert, but I think the only one rave-ish concert I went to was Porter Robinson. I went to a Porter Robinson concert circa 2010s, and I hated it. It's not that the music was bad, it's that I couldn't hear it. And I was the sober one with my group of friends, and I had to keep them together and make sure they got home safe. And it was hot and disgusting. I hated it. I hate it. Freaking hated it, man. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Porter back in the 2010s. It must have been like 2016 or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, it was like 2016. Like I believe the song that goes da 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 da. Yeah, Shelter had just come out. That's how long ago that was. Shelter had just come out. So I went to the concert and I didn't like it. I like listening to Porter at home in my bed, you know, with the AC on, naked. After a shower. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. Yeah. You know what's the best time in life? You know, when your belly is full, you're freshly showered, your AC is on, you're butt naked, and you're laying in bed alone. Resting. That's like peak. That's like the peak comfy, alright? That's peak comfy, chat. If you've never had belly full, freshly showered, AC on, lay naked in bed, you haven't lived. Yeah. Resting, moisturized, tummy full, music blasting. Awesome. Crawling into your blankie. Yeah. Belly full, like you just ate a nice meal. You go out to eat a nice meal with your friends, you come back home, you take a shower, right? Turn the AC on, right? Puts on some nice music, lay down in bed. It's the best. Like peak comfy. Like all your comfy stats maxed out. Yeah.
They're fixing to go over there and whoop his butt.
Yeah. I'm in peace.
They will. They'll get him.
That's my heaven.
You need to go on, Wasp.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna put up with your crap. But anyway, so I'm gonna get this one out so that way I got the second one out before JP. And we still hadn't heard from the rooster. He's off doing some commercial beekeeping stuff, and he'll be back in here in video land before y'all know it. But for right now, I'm just having all the fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Man, how cool was that? Caught the queen before we ever shook it. That is too awesome. Sorry, when when you're holding on to a queen, you need a hand for a cage, and you ain't got a cameraman. That's just what you get. But these goofballs over here ain't got the memo yet. They're still trucking along a little bit. But all right, enjoy it. See ya.
All right, yeah, that was how the bees get rescued after they swarm. Yeah. All right, bee euthanization. Why are we gonna watch bees die? Why are we gonna? Yeah, this is a super calm guy. This guy.
Zaps the bees. Nitro.
Oh my god, see how angry they are? Alright, time for the Flamin' Warfer.
As I start this video, I'm standing in my bee yard. The
bee yard.
Hives down the road.
Imagine having that much property that you can have a bee yard. That's crazy.
All have bees in them, but this hive...
I don't even have a me yard, much less a bee yard. Jesus Christ, I don't have a yard. Period. You know.
No longer has bees in it. As you'll see in this video, I had to take a step to euthanize this hive.
here in my bee yard, in my beehives.
A journey of decision-making process about what to do with a nasty hive. There's a nasty hive, and then there's a dangerous hive. I did an evaluation of this hive by doing an inspection.
Yeah.
My intent was to reclaim this hive by requeening it.
Yeah.
I set up a plan to go through the hive and...
So, what requeening means is when you have a hive that's like really angry, it's because of the queen's genetics, right? So if the hive is not too far gone, I guess some people just kill the queen and replace the queen with a new queen, and that queen with better genetics will eventually make new bees that will be nicer. And that's usually what people try to do before going like scorched earth like this guy's about to do.
And find the queen, dispatch the queen, and in beekeeping, the queen decides the aggressiveness of the colony and the offspring.
Thank you so much for your show, Bob. Oh, I've seen this video before. These bees are crazy. Africanized bees are so scary. I just like how calm this guy is. I just like that part where he's like, this is intolerable. But being the calmest guy ever.
And if you replace the queen with a gentle queen, in time the entire colony will transform into a workable hive, just like the rest of them down the row here. What ended up happening was I was successful in my operation to find the queen and dispatch her, but along the way I evaluated the threat of this hive and the risk of keeping it functional and decided to take action to euthanize the hive. If you're not familiar with that term, dispatch the hive, kill the hive, remove the colony, and I ended up having to take action to kill all the bees in this hive. I've never done that before. It's the first time in my 10+ years of keeping bees, and I don't see videos on the internet of having to face that decision, make this decision, and execute it. That's what this video is about. I'm first going to show you how aggressive the bees were on the day that I went in to do the inspection to find the queen. And then I'm going to show you how I actually went through the process of dispatching this hive yesterday.
Show hive. Exterminatus.
Now, this is the first time in the spring
he could not
of
fix
2020
them.
that I could stand in my yard without a bee suit and not get stung. So as much as I hate to say the pain of killing this colony, it's mission accomplished. It was even complicated trying to work on the other hives because I just kept getting stung. So
thank you so much for the show, Magic Merchant.
That was the purpose of it, is to show you the evaluation process.
Sorry, I took out a bag of chips. I'm going to start eating.
Which I'll talk about, and then I'll show you how I euthanize this colony.
He understands the weight of exterminatus.
I have a super nasty hive down here, the one that's like a cow. Today's the day. I'm going to go in and get the queen and zap her because I can't live with this. Every time I come in the yard, it's not this bad, but it's this bad. These bees are just out of control.
These bees are out of control, chat.
3 pairs of pants, this bee suit, which is spectacular, and 3 pairs of gloves.
3 pairs of gloves.
I have a beekeeping glove on this one and a heavy-duty shop glove. And I think you can see they're stinging the crap out of me. And I had to put nitrile gloves underneath it. Now, I've been to Africa. I've seen Africanized hives. And this is what it's like. This is actually worse than the hives that I saw in Africa.
That's crazy.
I don't understand what's going on here, but I'm going to take that hive apart, find the queen.
This is the worst than Africanized.
Here, and I'm going to dispatch her and replace the colony because this is just simply unacceptable. It smells like a banana factory in here. When they sting you, they leave behind a scent, and that's all I smell. And you can see on the glove, they're just out of control. So what I'm going to do is shut the video down, take a break and walk away, and see if I can calm them down. Although, quite frankly, I think as soon as I open the hive, this is what I'm going to get. I've been out here in regular jeans, and every time I walk out, they accost me. So today I'm going to take care of this. I had a hive 2 years ago that was similar to this, but not this bad. This is the worst of any hive I've ever seen. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna bring you along for the ride.
Look at how calm he is. He's like, this is the calmest, this is the worst hive I've ever seen. I've never seen something this bad. I'm going to take care of it. Like, he's so chill. He's so chill about it. Like it's kind of hilarious. Yeah, he's a...
I'm gonna record the entire thing. Now, when I do my intervention today,
he's so zen.
I have other stuff that I want to do. I want to put a broodminder scale, swap the things out. Although, quite frankly, I think, given what I'm seeing, I might literally just go for the queen today and be done with it and skip everything else I had planned, because this is just borderline ridiculous.
This is just ridiculous. Calmest Imperial Exterminatus. Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, my stream's
Get
being
to work.
recommended.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for watching me autistically ramble about my interest. It's kind of embarrassing now that I think about it, because like that's all I'm really doing is yapping about what I've been doing for like the last week that I was gone. Like, I didn't even go outside. I was just too scared to go outside, and this is what I've been doing. Shiina, what you were doing, I was too scared to talk to people, and I was like just inhaling bee content. I'm trying to keep my calorie intake up.
This is an overwintered hive. There's 2 hives combined. The bad news is I took a split from this hive, and that box over there has the other half.
Oh no.
When I took a split, I put this box in the middle, the second deep.
Okay.
And I put nothing but foundation in it.
Okay.
There's also a queen excluder on there. I'm hoping that I made my job easier, because there's a lot of bees in this hive. By putting the queen excluder there,
Oh no, he spread the genetics. There's a split. I didn't catch that the first time. I watched this because I think I didn't know enough about bees, but oof.
I think I could strain the queen to one of the deeps. I'm gonna find out, because on May 16th I made that change, and it's the 27th now. So when I go in and look at those hives, or those colonies in those hive bodies, I should be able to determine
this is why you
which one
suffered
has
not
brood,
the heretic to live.
and if it has brood,
No,
there's
for
a queen
real.
in there. One of the things I know about this hive is it's springtime. It's possible that it has multiple queens.
Exterminatus.
I'm gonna take nothing by chance. So what I'm gonna do is take the boxes off and look through every single frame to find the queen. I don't believe she's marked in this one. And I'm gonna look for other virgin queens running around in there. Do I think I'm gonna find one? Probably not, but I'm gonna leave nothing to chance, because when I requeen this hive, I don't want them to kill my new queen.
Yeah.
One of the things you see set up over there is flat panels.
So at this point, he thinks that he's just gonna dispatch the queen and then implant a new queen. At this point, he hasn't reached his exterminatus decision yet. So we're seeing like him go through the process of deciding, of trying to fix the situation, looking at it, and then deciding exterminatus. Yeah.
Coroplast. I'm gonna take the 2 honey boxes off the top.
Yeah, it's
and I'm gonna put them on the coroplast.
It's before he decides to nuke it. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put a screen cover
He doesn't know
over
how
them
over
to
it is
close
yet.
them off so the bees can't
Yeah,
fly.
the stages of
I'm gonna
grief.
take the
Truly.
top deep box off. I'm gonna put it on that stack. And then I'm going to cover it with screen. Then the only box that I'm gonna have to deal with of flying bees is the bottom box. And I'm hoping that the queen is in there, and I'm gonna go in and do the deed. Earlier I had these gloves and I came out here and got stung through them, and I'm really happy with the fact that I've multi-gloved. I'm not being stung. So what I have to remember here is I'm not being stung. As bad as this is, as many stings as these gloves are taking,
I could be calm, take a deep breath, and focus on the job at hand. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I lit the smoker, although it don't matter with these guys. And I'm gonna perform the operation that I just did. I'm not gonna talk any further, I'm gonna get to work.
Okay. See, the smoker doesn't really do anything for these bees. The smoke doesn't calm them down here. Yeah. How bad is it? Can you hear how bad it is? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not working at all. And remember, he's wearing 3 layers of gloves. 3 layers. 3 pairs of pants. Yeah. They are pissed. Oh, they're not, it's not even working. They're kind of going down in. It's like not really working, but it's kind of working. Oh man, see, they go for his face. It's crazy. Thank you so much for showing the Archdragon and the fealty of God Emperor, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I hereby sign the death warrant for the entire hive and consign 1,000,000 souls to oblivion. The Emperor protects! Yeah, he has to smoke himself. Dude, regular pants. No, he's wearing 3 layers of pants. Like, those are just jeans, but he's wearing other pants under there. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, holy crap. That's not working at all. The smonk is not doing anything. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at how they go for him. Look at that. That's crazy. They want him dead. So right now he's looking for the queen. Yeah, he's looking for queen cells. Look at, they're all stinging him.
Have you ever? I haven't. I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, they're attacking the camera. You see that? Oh my god. Watch the bees in front of the hive come out. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, now we're getting attacked. Now we're getting attacked. Whoa, look at that. Oh! Whoa! 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 They're so cool. They're so pissed. They're so pissed. Oh, they got him. They got him through the layers of clothing.
There's no bees in the box. They're all on me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, they're pissed. Oh, look. Oh my god, it gets worse. Queen was above the queen excluder? What do you mean? A skinny legend. The beekeeping glove was not thick enough. He got stung through these thick ass gloves. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Oh jeez. Oh god. Oh man. Oh Jesus. I don't think the smoke it was working at all, dude. Look at him. Oh. Oh dude. Holy crap. Oh my god. It's shocking every time I watch this video. Compared to this to the calm, like, British male Shiina video. Like, it's just like night and day. Like, like the queen was in fact mid. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Okay, what I see is that there's no brood in that bottom box. And you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm gonna close this hive off, and I think I'm gonna euthanize it. I'm gonna go look up how to do it, because this is ridiculous.
He's like, you know what? Exterminatus. This is ridiculous. Exterminatus. I'm gonna figure out how to do this.
It's intolerable.
Intolerable.
And yes, this glove is not thick enough. They've stung me 2 or 3 times through it, and I'm gonna have to go change it. So I'm gonna shut the video off here. I'm gonna go look for another glove to replace this one.
Holy
this one,
Jesus.
so far, they haven't stung me. Although, I think you can tell they're trying.
Oh my god. Oh, after he took a break! He's back for more! Oh my god! Ah! He's back for more! That's crazy! I tried to be nice. Exterminatus. Yeah. He tried. Round 3. He still has hope. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He just still needs the queen. He still needs the queen. He still needs to kill the queen. That's like the first thing you need to do. Yeah. Back for more, beekeeper! I hope you brought a mimic tear. Back for more? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Clean it up, beekeeper! That's crazy. Insane. Thank you so much for the show bot. Oh my lord, these bees are wilding out. They definitely are. Thank you for the 30 months of Riot Night. Some may question the right to consign an entire hive to death. Those who understand know that you have no right to let them live. He tried. He's nice. He's actually benevolent. Thank you so much for the 2 months of member Hetch. Yeah, these bees are not cute. These bees are not cute. Mimic tier wouldn't last too many. Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much for the $2 Shuba Azar. Now I know what dying. Now I know what dying sounds like. Oh, you would never, sad bee. You would never do this to me. You would never. I wouldn't, cause then Mommy would euthanize me. Oh my god. I love these beekeepers. They're all like kind of dorky.
I dropped her on the ground.
They're all kind of dorky, man. It's kind of cute. Where do I find myself a beekeeper husband? They seem very patient. They seem very patient, kind, and passionate at the same time. Where are these men? Where is the beekeeper husband, though?
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh no, oh no. Oh. Tending to their hives, yeah. They'll love their bees. They're out with their bees, it's true. Yeah, they're not here watching my streams. They're watching the bees. Tending to his bees. He has a queen already. He doesn't know it yet, but he does. He already has a queen of his heart. Yeah. He doesn't know, but he's part of this hive. Yeah. Hives over wives. Yeah. Oh, they're they're getting angry. No, it's sped up now, but it does look like it's getting worse. It does look like it's getting worse. Oh my god, that's crazy. Look at him go. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's like watching body cam footage. We know what's gonna happen, but he doesn't. Yeah. Oh my god. This man's on a mission. He's got to do exterminatus. He's doing his rounds. Oh look, 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 look. He saw her, he's gonna go for her. He's squishing her. Yeah, he's trying to squish her right now. You see that? Yeah. Okay. No, no, no. No, he didn't get her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Every time he gets near, it's like, oh. He's stepping on them. Got her. Yeah, he got her. He got her. A tiny million screams. The queen is dead. A million tiny screams. He got her. If you get the queen, they all deactivate? No, they don't. They don't deactivate.
I'm gonna go to the tree. I found the queen. I dropped her on the ground. They clustered around her, and I.
Holy crap! Oh my god!
Okay, look, mission accomplished, I think. I'm gonna just button this hive up and walk away. I still don't know whether I'll euthanize it or not, but I know I got the queen. That's the key thing. The funny thing is, over there is a box of honey. I put robber guard on it, and I'm gonna try and take it. Might as well get something for my stings today.
He's like, I'm gonna do exterminatus, and I'm gonna take all their honey. Fuck them bees. Fuck them bees. I deserve this loot. Screw these bees.
I'm gonna button everything up, put it in the cart, and leave. And my suspicion is the next X number of times I come out here till I replace the queen and all these bees are replaced, that there's nothing I can do about it. And that's why I would still consider maybe euthanizing the hive.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna think on it, but I know I got the queen, and that's what I was after.
Yeah.
But needless to say, working the bees this spring has been awful because of this. This is just absurd. It's never really this bad, but darn if it hasn't gotten this close a couple times. So I'm glad today finally came and went. Milestone.
Holy crap.
Thanks for watching.
So I wanted to show I'm standing here in a t-shirt.
The jump cut is hilarious. Exterminatus completed.
So I'm glad today finally came and went. Milestone. All right. Thanks for watching.
Sunglasses looking chill as heck. Like, oh my god.
So I wanted to show I'm standing here in a t-shirt and no
Jesus
protection
Christ.
amongst the flying bees, and I'm not in jeopardy. This is typical. These bees are gentle, they're docile, and they're not going to come after me unless I try to invade their hive. Now, if I'm going to go in this hive, I'm going to use a smoker, and it's always responsible to wear a veil. But in the case of the other bees, you saw that I can't even be in the yard when they're on top of me. But here, this is fairly normal.
I see. Yeah,
so
I see. That's normal.
Before I talk to you about why I do what I'm going to do, I want you to see what normal looks like. You're not in jeopardy with bees.
All right.
This morning I'm going to
now
do
we're going back to the
something
past.
that is unusual for me as a beekeeper. First time in 10 years, I am going to euthanize the one hive that I have. As you'll see in this video, I have some...
Thank you so much for the shoe, Bob, Pop-Tart King. I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Bees that appear to have some really super aggressive genes in them, maybe Africanized, can't tell that. But the problem lies with making that decision. Do you kill the hive? Do you requeen the hive and reset it? In my case, I've made the decision to euthanize the hive, which is going to kill all the bees, specifically because of how aggressive they are. This is the first time I could stand here in a bee suit with the veil off in the yard without being accosted, and it's because I have the hive completely closed up. I came in and did that last night.
The reason he's able to stand there is because he sealed the hive off. The bees are stuck inside. He's like, I'm not playing any games anymore. You guys are all gonna die. Thank you for the 5 gifted stuffed shark. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sheena's little poops for the shoot butt. It's all fun and games until the live league logo appears. No! Thank you, Trevor Heakin, for the 3 months. Remember, this like occasional forest burn that is destructive but for the greater good. No, it's exactly that.
Night.
Yeah, they're under house arrest. No, they're in death row now. One of the things that I know
is I have neighbors who ride their horses in the field next door to me, and I have little kids that play in the field up above, and the measurement that I have is that the bees have been coming into the backyard, which is good 50, 100 yards away, and accosting us in the backyard as I speak. So I didn't get them all shut up. Some of them are out there. That's the first one that found me this morning though. And it's going to be aggressive, so I'm going to cover up. I've taken my fair share of stings this spring, and I don't care to have any more. So as I was saying, the bees have been knocking at the back window of the house. They've been chasing the dog in the backyard.
Oh.
It's just untenable, and it's dangerous. If my family tries to mow the grass, the bees are going to come get them. So I'm going to take this hive out.
Damn.
I have another colony in reserve to put in this equipment, and I absolutely hate...
They shouldn't have touched his dog. They shouldn't have touched his dog, chat.
Detest making this decision, but it's the right thing to do. I've been in Africa.
He's gonna John Wick them.
Aggressive hives
they went too far.
Before in the past, mine, others,
John
but
Wick.
nothing like this hive, and it's got to go. Last night when I tried to close it up, even when I had it closed up, the foragers coming back were immediately on the defensive. So what I'm going to do is pour soapy water into the hive.
Oh my god. I
have 5 gallons of water prepared and a full bottle of dishwash detergent. You have to buy the kind that has the degrease ingredients in it. The best one to buy is Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I think I couldn't find Dawn at the store, so I got Palmolive or some other brand.
Mm-hmm.
But Dawn dishwash detergent has the best degrease. It changes the exterior of the bee, and that's the reason why it kills it. What I'm going to do is I'm
looking at sad bee looking at me. And he's like, please don't wash me in Dawn dish soap, mommy. Please don't wash me with Dawn dish soap, mommy. No.
have a ladder. I'm going to set it up, and you'll see from the video that I have a
Don't let him
screen
watch.
enclosure.
Okay.
And in the enclosure, the bees can't come out, but I can pour the liquid down through the hive. You'll see how to do it. So why am I making this video? Because I want to show I've not been able to find anything that shows how to euthanize a hive. I've seen a lot of posts on BeeSource and other forums. And again, I know that there's a lot of discussion about whether or not you could recover
Bee
this
needs
hive.
to see this.
I
think this will just instill him more violence.
The queen with the idea of redoing it, but because the hive is so aggressive, I'm going to take it out. I could take this hive somewhere remote and requeen it. It would take 45 days, but the liability of this particular hive, I'm just not going to take the chance. It's not worth it. You'll see from the video in a few minutes how aggressive this hive is.
Oh my God.
When I opened it up and had it isolated to a single box, every single bee out of the box came up and covered me. And I've been stung so many times this spring just doing inspections in the other hives. I can't open another hive without the bees from this hive coming and accosting me. And quite frankly, I can't have this risk in my apiary. So I'm going to get to the task.
Okay. Ajax. Super degreaser. Alright.
What I have here is I have two 5-gallon pails. They're both half full, so I didn't spill them. I've already filled them with water, and I'm going to pour this in.
Oh, exterminatus.
What I understand is you need about a cup for every gallon.
Oh, the bees are washed. Yep.
I do have bees accosting me. Now when I do this, I've sealed the hive off, but not great. I just taped off the front entrance with a guard. I'm not sure if they can get out or not, but I do know that there's bees out and about because they're the foragers that came back in the late evening. So I'm gonna have to wear gloves, and I guarantee by the time I get doing this, they're gonna be all over the place. I don't think they'll be as aggressive, but I'm not gonna take my chances. So all I'm gonna do is stir this a little bit so it's mixed in. I don't want it to get really foamy.
Okay.
And then I have a second container that I'm gonna use to dip and selectively pour between the seams. And that's how I'm gonna perform the task.
Yeah, hereby signing in death warrant of 1,000,000 souls.
Is getting a squirt bottle. And I might come do that later and spray any of the outside bees with soapy water to dispatch them too.
Does it ruin the honey? He took the honey out the other day, remember? Yeah. But yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Okay. He has a screen on it. Alright. Here we go. Alright, exterminatus. It's as simple as that. And it's over for hundreds of bees. Thousands even. And a 1,000,000 souls just... Goodbye, mad bees. Goodbye. Goodbye, mad bees. Yes, good night, ladies. Mommy, why are you washing us? Drowned in bubbly voices. It's over. Oh, let the other hives watch. Make this an example. This is what happens when you get too aggressive, when you get too spicy. So he's just gonna do that. He's gonna pour it in. And after he pours it, he's gonna open the frames. Just making sure. Look at all them dead bees. Look at all them dead bees, man. And he has to go layer by layer. Oh. Yeah. Oh. 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 Mad bees. All this will make the hive news. What a genocide. What do you mean? No! But they kind of deserved it. They were mean bees. They were mean, chat. Actual liquid death. They were mean bees. It had to be done. It had to be done. Yeah, they fucked around and found out. Be aside. Yeah.
I think you could see.
No sacrifice too great. No treachery too small.
Man, it breaks my heart to have to do this, but I know, thinking it through, that this was the best. So one of the questions I'm going to get is, what do you do with the hive now? It's soapy water. I'm going to collect all the dead bees. I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to rinse all the frames down with water. Just spray them with a hose lightly till all the soap goes away. And then I should be able to just put this hive back in service with another colony.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really sad to do this. And there's a handful of bees around here. You can see they're kind of buzzing. I probably would come back with a spray bottle and get them.
Oh.
And whatever is left.
No one left behind.
And then
oh my god.
I'll take it from here.
True exterminatus. Damn.
I'm going to open this entrance and see if they come out. I have to assume that they're done, which they are. So the only thing that's here is whatever was
every
around.
Last bee.
Now I've seen other methods that talk about how to do this to a hive. There's discussion about using dry ice. Additional way was to use a sulfur. You light sulfur on fire.
I've been keeping bees in Arizona for 3 years, and this level of aggression is very common here. Most of my hives aren't this bad, but it's always just a matter of time before a hive swarms and the new queen transforms the hive into this. I have a hive right now that is worse than this one. I wouldn't dream of going near it without a full bodysuit that has 2 layers of gloves, heavy boots, and the legs and sleeves duct taped down before even approaching. I tell you what, they are honey-making fools though. I pulled 4 gallons off of it 3 weeks ago and put the wet frames back in, and they are full again. They are so aggressive that the only way to keep them is miles out away from all residential areas. And then, when I'm all packed up and ready to leave the area, I have a route that I have to run through the hanging branches of mesquite trees to get ahead of them enough so I can run up to the door of my vehicle, open it, jump in, and slam it closed, still suited up. And this limits the number of bees that get inside, about 50. Thousands of others quickly gather outside the windows and try to get in. Then you have to drive off faster than they can fly for about a mile down the desert dirt road. Then I can get out and open all the doors and wait for about 10 minutes. All but about 15 to 20 lose interest in me at that point and leave looking for how to get back to their hive, I guess. The rest I have to slowly hunt down and kill before I can take off the suit and drive home. It's a pain in the neck, but most of the time I avoid any stings at all with this routine. I've been dreading the inevitable task of attempting to requeen them. They are so bad that they will reject any new docile queen and kill her, opting instead to make many queen cells to requeen themselves because they see the new docile queen as weak genetics. The only way to succeed is to meticulously hunt down every queen cell for many days after killing the queen. If you're lucky enough to spot her amongst the onslaught of the attack, making your hood screen so thick with bees you can hardly see out, then leave them queenless for weeks until they're so desperate that they'll finally accept a new queen. Welcome to beekeeping in Arizona. The bee eugenics, man, chat. Alright? It's... Holy crap! Oh my god, that's crazy. The other hives are probably like, thank god these guys moved out. It was non-stop with them. Guy literally just walks through his own yard. Bees, the audacity of this man. Poor guy sound like a severely disappointed father throughout the entire video. It's kind of ironic that the nastiest hive has the cutest little cow print design. Oh my god. It's true. That's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah. But that's all the bee yap I have for today, chat. So wanna go to Arizona? No, I've never been to Arizona. Sounds a little too hot for me. Yeah, I gotta take it easy. My health's kind of delicate. I'm like really dizzy, so I gotta go. But I hope you guys enjoyed the beatism. I really enjoyed sharing my current hyperfixation with you guys. I will feel better. I just have low stamina right now. I need to go eat some red meat. I'm gonna go get some beef somewhere and eat beef. My hair is falling out too. I'm just not doing so well, chat. I'm not doing so hot. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry if streams have been spotty this year. I'm just not doing so hot. I don't know how else to say this, but I'm very happy that you guys are here and it was fun, and it always turns out much better than what I'm afraid of in my head, and I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yoshinoya sounds fire. I think I'm just gonna make some. I know how to make it. I know how to make udon. I should just make it. Yeah. Otu gyudon. Otu sadbi. Mommy watched the murder of millions of my kind. What the heck? Poor little bee. Oh. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Gundam. Yeah? For some hands time. Some hands time. That sounds kind of sus. But anyways, not bye Twitch, bye YouTube. Okay, where do I send Twitch? Ooh, where do I send Twitch? Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. I'm actually gonna send you guys to... Oh my god, bees! Hello! Oh my god, don't tell them. Don't tell them that we're like... You caught the end. Yes, we were learning about bees. Welcome. We're gonna send you guys to somebody else though. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Yozo. I'm gonna raid Yozo. Raid. I'm gonna send you guys to Yozo, a raccoon. Alright, there it is. My raccoon friend. There we go. Alright, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Mwah, thank you. Thank you, oh my god, bees. Alright, YouTube. Where do I send to YouTube? Alright. YouTube. Let's see who's on. There's a lot of FaZe girls on, right? I have to go do something after this. Really busy today. Let's see. Lots of girls on right now. Let's see. We can go to Dizzy today. I haven't rated Dizzy in a little bit. Should go there. Alright, let's see. The Dizzler. We'll go to Dizzler. We rated Pippa the last 2 times. Today we can go to the Dizzler. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because you guys are... Thank you for making me feel at ease. I think I'm always scared of streaming, because I have crazy social anxiety, and I don't know if it's getting better. I think it's actually getting worse right now. But I thank you guys for always being so comforting, you know? It's always a good time. Yeah, even if it feels really scary to go live. Yeah, thank you! Oh, Dashina, go give Dizzy some love. Bye-bye!